Is it free Tory or is it keep Tory?
It's free Tory.
Free
Tory, umbrella, let's
100%.
go. Brampton, let's go. Notre Dame High School,
Craig
let's
the Stallion needs to go to jail.
I like the energy. That's
See
a
how
strong
we
start.
came
We're
out
free
coming
Tory.
out hot.
Start.
Yeah.
It's coming out hot, bro. So
Get to the point.
Cause the comments are divided, you know? Like apparently a bunch of girls are sending a GoFundMe to the man that poked this guy up. Like I
And
seen
supporting him.
That's
yeah.
hater
Like the
shit.
Meg Thee Stallion
15-year-olds.
fans and
That's
shit.
some
Like,
super hater
but yo,
shit,
the
bro.
craziest
Super
thing
hater shit.
is what he's in for.
Yeah.
And we're back. It's your boy X, RPMX, and everything social.
Castro Nero 88 on Instagram.
Money Mitch, 54X Mitch on Instagram.
And today we got some special guests in the house. Ladies, we're going to go around the table. I need you guys to introduce yourselves, give the audience and like us, the Mandem, a little bit, I don't know, some tidbit information, something interesting. And we're going to pass it along and drop your handle as well.
Hey guys, my name is Team_Real Estate 247. I do real estate full time. I'm an artist manager. I do tours across the border, and I also make tres leches when I'm bored.
My name is Honey. You can find me at Slayed by Honey, celebrity hairstylist or model Honey_Sanchez.
Hi guys, my name is Jencia Barca. In finance, but I also have a streetwear line called Vibe & Co.
Dope. Interesting. Welcome to Uncommon Sense.
Thank
Are we
you.
excited to be here?
Yes, we are.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. I'm not gonna lie, Mitch, you sounded more prepared than me earlier in the phone call. Yo, kick it off. Like,
All right, I guess we'll just start off with some, some popular topics. So now we got some ladies here. I know what the man them think, but I'm gonna ask the women, Is it free Tory or is it keep Tory?
It's free Tory.
Free Tory.
Tory, umbrella, let's go.
100%.
Brampton, let's go. Notre Dame High School,
Craig the
let's go.
Stallion needs to go to jail.
I like the energy. That's
See
a
how
strong
we
start.
came
We're
out
free
coming
Tory.
out hot.
Start.
Yeah.
It's coming out hot, bro. So
Get to the point.
Cause the comments are divided, Like apparently a bunch of girls are sending a GoFundMe to the man that poked this guy up. Like I
And
seen
supporting him.
that's
And
some hater
like the
shit.
Meg Thee Stallion
15-year-olds.
fans and
That's
shit.
some
Like,
super hater
but yo,
shit,
the
bro.
craziest
Super
thing
hater shit.
was what he's in for.
Yeah.
But yeah,
15-year-old.
he shot her in the face with a
Yeah.
shotgun.
He was
or
dating
he did a lot of
too.
things.
Yeah. Sagittary.
Oh,
Isn't that what
yes,
it's
the guy that's
considered? Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though? Cause they're like riding for Meg on some like, yo, like I'm a girl's girl type shit. But like, yo, fam, do you know the man that you just donated the money to? Like, look at his rap sheet.
No, like, that's what I'm saying. It's some hater shit because we supersede like what's actually going on or like the bigger picture at large just to focus on some minuscule hate just because, man. And
I'm sure they got offered a price as well, Everyone has a price.
what do you mean by
Who
that?
got
Go
off
ahead.
the price?
So I feel like the person that was involved to do whatever he had to do is a peasant already. So they kind of made him a martyr.
Who is they when you say
Yeah,
they?
who's
The
the they
person,
though?
the person that I guess did whatever he did.
Yeah. But you said they made him a martyr in suing
Oh,
that
like,
he was
so
paid
there's
from.
always
So yeah,
someone,
just
like-
unpack that. Go ahead.
Oh, so
it's a safe space.
Oh, safe space. Let's see. It's not space for me. Safe for me. But
I mean,
no, I feel like the higher ups, realistically, like the people in charge of the higher story, the bigger picture. You know,
You think
whole
Rock Nation
picture.
tried to get him out of there?
I plead the
Jay-Z and his
fifth.
people?
Plead the fifth.
We said it.
It's
You
the
didn't
same
say it.
space.
you didn't say.
You didn't say it, we said
You
it.
said the higher ups and the higher people. I just want to know what direction these powers and people are coming from.
I'm not going to say that.
Remember, this is speculative. Speculative.
No, speculative. I don't think you're wrong in that. I think 100%, but without evidence, we can't really say too much as well. Then we become like everyone else. So,
I think he was hired too.
ooh.
Because 14, like that was going to kill him, you know? So I think he was hired as well. I don't know who hired him, but we do know that like he was teaching people how to like become independent artists so they can get the most out of their music. So it could be anybody, but definitely somebody with power.
100%. Second, whatever.
Yeah.
Two ladies said.
Yeah.
You just come in, side lib.
What did the man them think? You guys think it was a Rock Nation thing, or you think it was just jail politics?
Sticky. If you think about it, like it makes sense, but then it's also trail backable. I don't know. I can't, like I said, I'm not involved. I haven't really given it the most amount of thought, but I can understand where the conspiracy comes off, where people are like, yo, Jay-Z sent this man to hit, But the
I
other
don't think Jay-Z did. I think there's someone above Jay-Z.
I think it's the
I would just put them in a group. So even if it's not
Whatever.
Jay-Z
You're right. The group of
specifically,
Rock
but like
Nation.
whoever is
That
associated.
Rock, that
yeah.
rock with
Yeah.
that pyramid.
Right.
Because a rock is like a pyramid.
But then you also got like factor in jail's a fucked up place, and shit just happens in jail sometimes. Like So I can't I'm not there. You got to look at who directly benefits from a situation, because I always feel like whenever some shit's going on, you got to see who benefits financially in whatever the outcome of the situation may be. And if the rumors were true that the bodyguard was going to come out anyways publicly and address, I guess, his side of events or his version of events, then realistically, even killing him doesn't benefit anybody. Like, even if you were to get him murdered or that were the case, if said person was going to do what they were going to do anyways, regardless, like this was like, let's say this was information that was lying around, I don't see how that would still benefit Jay-Z. I still don't, or Rock or whoever the higher powers are, right? Because why would they not just go after the person, theoretically, who said they were going to come out?
Get the bodyguard.
I think
out
it's
of
more
there.
of a message to say that they run shit.
Yeah, because I feel like with 14 stabs, unless that's like, you know where you're, like, eventually you would kill that person. So you got 14 in. Those were
warning
wounds.
wounds.
That was probably an arm. I don't know. Do you guys?
It was on the torso. It was on his head, 2 in the back of his head. And then I think it was on his arm.
So it wasn't to the heart. It wasn't to the neck.
It missed his heart.
He punctured his lungs.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they
Lungs.
tried. I think
Right.
he tried to kill him still because he hit him in his lungs too.
I
Like
just
I just
find
think
his
it
lung
didn't.
didn't
It
collapse,
didn't
guys.
work. It didn't.
His lungs,
Yeah.
but God is great, and
Exactly.
he's an innocent man. If you really think about it, for this all to happen and to make it a story
Yeah, it
like
just
that,
makes it more-
it's just trying to open up the eyes and have people conversate about it. That's
Yeah,
what
I think
it's doing.
I think it's
Because
even worse if you
14
consider
times?
that like he probably didn't do that shit. Like
That's
I
my
don't
whole
think, I don't
point.
think he did that shit.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
It
I don't
just
think he
doesn't make
did. Like,
sense.
there's,
I don't think he did.
Kelsey went on the stand. She pleaded the fifth. There was an eyewitness by the name of Sean Kelly that said he saw sparks flying from the arms or the hands of a woman.
And the
Key
doctor
witness,
even
his
said
balcony
it
was
was-
overlooking the situation. There was none of Tory's DNA on the weapon. There was DNA from a female that was unidentified, but there was a female in the vehicle, but they didn't identify her. And then Kelsey comes on the stand and pleads the fifth. And then even when she comes on the stand, she goes, oh, maybe the way that I described some events didn't really actually happen like that. Bitch, what do you mean by that? What? Like, let's elaborate. What do you mean? So did he shoot her or did he not shoot her? Because that's what you were saying. And you're pleading the fifth. So I just find the timing of everything, like just when the evidence was coming out to sort of clear Tory, all of a sudden he's getting stabbed up. So, and then his lawyer also prevented him from taking the stand or something like that. He wanted to take the stand and say, hey, like this is my version of events, but he never did.
So this just in. This is Meg Thee Stallion posted on Instagram
Right now?
about an hour ago.
Oh, snap.
Right. we're gonna do a little read along, and then
Okay, good.
we're gonna see if perspectives or opinions change after
I like the
fact.
face that they chose.
Shout out DJ Academics. Right?
Always.
At what point are y'all gonna start making? At what point are y'all gonna start making me relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like how much is the check to keep y'all harassing me? Why is it happening every day? 1 minute him/y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me because he knows it was his choice and he knows he did that shit. I don't give a fuck about a blog or about why in the fuck would you on this motherfucker? Why in the fuck? Sorry, this is ridiculous.
She's mad,
right?
she's mad,
Yeah,
she's mad.
she's not even typing the best. Why in the fuck
Caps locks.
would me, Megan the Stallion, have to lie on this motherfucker about shooting me? How y'all mad at a person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court.
No, it
Fuck the
wasn't.
hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't new fucking evidence. Y'all been saying the same shit for years. Tory, please leave me alone. You fucking demon. I'm off of this silly ass internet shit. Bye.
Yo, she typed it just
Dramatic
like that.
exits. Mic drop.
Exactly how she typed that shit.
I felt like I did an accurate impersonation.
Yeah.
Yes. you
Now,
did.
given the rundown of what was this, we can call this a monologue.
Rant?
A monologue. soliloquy,
monologue.
ride. Yeah, right? There you go. Have opinions changed at all? Do we believe it? Does this seem convincing, compelling? Have we,
The same way
It
that
just
she
sounds
told
like she's
Gayle King
tired.
that she never had sex with him, but then she might have had sex with him once or
Nah,
twice.
her friend
What do you mean
fucked
by that?
Tory. Her friend
Yeah.
fucked Tory. She got jealous. He was in the pool with Kylie Jenner. I don't blame him either. Let's go. Come on.
She just sounds like she's tired of repeating the same story that she probably has had to like repeat. Like
that she's had to convince herself of, you know?
manufacture.
So,
I would
repeating
say
a
free
story,
Tory,
you have to convince
and
yourself.
we're standing on it.
You get kind of annoyed, like, why can't you guys just believe me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm convinced. I believe my lie. Like, no, because we can see right through your bullshit. Free Tory.
Free Tory,
Toronto
you
versus
heard?
everybody.
So
You know what?
makes sense.
From the female perspective, have you guys come across anybody that is a Team Megan?
Yeah.
And what is that like? What's the conversation like?
You just think like, why would she lie about that? Why would I believe a woman that's lying about, something
But what
like
do people know? But my question is like, what is the argument being portrayed from people that like are siding with her
So
from the female perspective? Right?
I
'Cause
don't know
not a
anyone
victim.
that sides with
Oh,
her.
so you don't know?
I've only seen one female that I don't personally know. We just know each other, I guess, through social media. And usually 99.9% of the time when I have sort of share a different perspective from a female, is with a female that hasn't done enough research. She's just going off of the frenzy of emotions and what she sees circulating online. She's not physically going and doing her own research. I know it sounds kind of corny or cliche, do your own research, but there's actually people that will follow verbatim, like word per word, what was said in court. I know because I'm one of those people, and especially when it comes to high profile cases like this. I personally think the reason why there's still so much of a pattern behind some females coming forward and ruining the legacy of young men, not just young black men or Latino men, just young men in general, is because there's not enough punishment for them. If Kelsey and Megan were proven to be a lie, to have lied in court or prohibited the truth from coming out on Tory, they should serve the sentence that he was scheduled to serve. That will send a message to every other female: don't lie in any man's name, because it's time for repercussions and accountability to happen. That's why we have so many podcasters coming out saying like there's too many birds, like you guys aren't being held accountable. And it's true. And it's females like the ones that I described that don't do enough research that add to that perspective. You don't like holding women accountable. You want to be a girl's girl. A girl's girl, love to me is you holding me accountable, showing me the blind spots that I'm missing, that I need in order to progress and become a better version of myself. If you're not doing that for me, you're a yes man, and I don't need you in my space. So a lot of these females, in order to keep that girl's girl image, they think that they can't hold another female accountable. But when you do it with love and you do it with grace, a lot of females will listen to you. But what happens is when you come and you're talking at people, they're not going to hear you. You know what I mean? If you're coming at me, I'm not going to hear what you're saying. But if you're talking to me with love and grace, I'm more willing to listen to what it is that you're pointing out in me that I may need to work on. You know what I mean? But I think that that's what's happening in this day and age. With
And
some
Megan's
females.
foot is fine. Okay?
She ran
Why is she in there for this long?
And the
was running
doctor
track
said
like a month later.
the doctor said there was no bullet fragments in her foot, only glass. And that was already enough to say, Tory, andale. Out of here.
Yeah.
That was enough. Everything else is just
Why
extra.
is he? What's all the drama for him? Like, her foot is fine.
It's because he's a Toronto good artist. People are jealous. That's all it is.
I'm not gonna be
jealousy.
mad at
He
Tory.
cracks the game.
Yeah.
Tory, we have Drake, all of these things. So it's just a lot of dynamics, and you're going into an American sport. Hip hop was sort of born out of American sport. Nobody's gonna want a Canadian artist to come and dominate that field. And considering that both of the biggest
better
artists
wake
are
up.
doing it, are Canadian,
Yep.
like it,
Too
it
bad.
doesn't make it makes sense why it's happening.
Too
know,
bad, too sad, but
Too
wake
bad,
up.
too sad.
There's more
Toronto's got
coming out of
talent.
It sucks
Toronto.
to suck. I know. It
Gobble
sucks
it,
to
swallow
suck.
it.
I know. It sucks to suck.
Just gonna have to accept
Any-
it.
What I was about to say. Do the Mandem have any perspective before we segment swap? I mean, not segment swap, but
I'm not gonna lie. That was very well said. Like all the words that I could have used were already presented. You know.
Awesome.
So I appreciate that. But I feel like, to be honest, I feel like you said, they were fighting over this guy, like the Kelsey girl and
Yes.
and Meg.
It's just jealousy.
And I think my girl's drunk and tried to beat a couple shots at her.
I've been there, so
and
I know.
then okay.
Not like that. Not like that, but I've been
Like,
jealous
you
enough
been
for.
there? Like-
I've been jealous enough for like, hell, fuck yeah. Psh, what? On a bad day with some Hennessy? Hell yeah. But I'm grown.
I heard
Stop
Meg
drinking.
likes Hennessy.
On a
know,
bad day with some
not anymore,
Hennessy,
but-
somebody might get shot in the foot.
But that's my point.
Anything
You know?
is possible.
Anything is possible. But I know,
Anything.
as a woman, I know the rage of jealousy.
Yes.
You know, I know that rage, and that rage is black, but also red, go, go, go. I know it's supposed to be green, but the red is like ignite, like go,
Yeah.
go. So
Word.
she like she put herself with Tory, you know. So her being at that stature with Rock Nation and Tory being from a Toronto, and people don't put it in the same category as much as I do, but everyone's probably looking at it like, oh, Meg Thee Stallion's with Rock Nation, Tory's from Toronto, like she has the bigger power. Fuck him over, and that's not right.
I think it's also just like a man versus woman thing. I think right now the popular narrative is just believe all women, like no matter what they say,
Yep.
we're gonna go in that favor. Like I hear you saying the Canada US thing.
but
I think the man woman thing is like a bigger.
So how do we put a
That's
stop to
definitely
that?
an agenda.
Yeah, so how do we
Yeah.
put a stop to that?
By hosting
But
conversations.
But
The only
accountability.
stop to that's crazy because it takes accountability to stop that.
I'm about to say, I don't think a man could do that. That's not. It's not.
Yeah, we're not even valid right now. Like, it doesn't even matter when we say
But
some
I
shit. But
also-
if women say it, then it'll
But I
like,
also
Stands-
think
it holds
it's
power,
like
yeah.
the platforms, right? Like if we're looking at the type of females that are being presented on all of these platforms, like what really are they? They're in a particular field, which is usually
can
like
say they're
OF or
You can just
they're
say they're
doing
hoes.
something.
That's cool.
Yeah, pardon me?
They're hoes.
Yeah.
cool.
So
We love the hoes though.
so
spell
what
hoes
I'm
with a
saying
hoe.
is,
I like how you just summarized it real quick.
Yeah, she's about to say more word. Yo, hoes. We have a word for
I'm
that.
trying to use
I love
it
the
as a
hoes.
word.
It's one syllable.
Too. As long as they don't fuck with my man, I love all y'all.
But
She
what
loves
I'm
y'all.
saying is that it's important for like platforms like this, like you men who have platforms to present a different dose of women, right? Because what's happening is that we have all of these platforms talking about men versus female, because I think that that's what's happening. It's like, oh, who's to blame for the wholeness and who's to blame? Like nobody's to blame, bro. Like everybody
go
has
there.
an
We'll
equal,
get there. We'll
you
cross
know?
that bridge eventually.
So I just feel no, it's not
I
an
didn't even want
intervention.
to verse y'all like this.
But I'm just saying it's important to have platforms like this that holds every dose of women, not just one particular field of women, which I feel like that's what's happening right now in social media. It's just one woman being presented, one male perspective being presented, like high value man versus OF.
Right, I
hoe.
get
You know
what
what I
you're
mean?
saying. I get
You
what
get
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying? Like that's what I'm
You know,
saying. Like
yeah, no, that's a good point. But maybe we should hold that. Just hold that for a little bit later. Cause we do got some topics that like go into that. But that is a good point. So my next question is: was Cassie a victim or an accomplice?
Oh, snapperoo, that's a topic.
She's a victim for sure.
Victim.
Yeah, she's a victim.
Interesting. Let's
That
hear why.
is years of like, it's like
He's literally
he
on
groomed
camera
her.
hitting her.
He groomed her. She was barely 21. He was 38. You're a grown ass man with kids, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Hold on. There's
You can get
few
groomed
things.
at 21.
I feel like
I
you're
feel
in a.
like yes.
She was
I feel
19.
like I feel like
so
no.
I don't know how true this is. She was discovered from the first talent person, and then he gave her to Diddy at like 22. Like she was introduced at Diddy at the age of 22, to my understanding, based on what I've seen on the internet thus far. Right.
Okay.
That being said, regardless, at 22 years old, you are a legal adult. So,
do you guys-
is it really considered grooming? Like, do you groom adults?
Yeah. So you think it is? What
I
other
think so
do-
because
think
you don't know.
she's
We
a-
don't know
she's
her
a victim
background. We don't
too.
know if she even had a family. We don't know if she was on her own. We don't know what she's already been through.
I
Baby.
feel like all this is like easy to find. I feel like that
you think?
information.
You think? So you
But-
so you basically think that Cassie's not a victim.
I didn't say that. I said I think the information that you said we don't know is easy to find.
But
I feel like
At what
sorry,
point?
hold on.
At what point did do you think she wasn't a victim? Because there's certain parts of like her testimony that she's not. Doesn't sound like she's fully a victim. Like if he's texting her or she's texting him initiating stuff, and it's not his idea looking like, and they're doing whatever they do based off of what she's saying, and it's her idea. Like, is she the victim or is she
Maybe
Hold on,
because
hold on.
if
Let
he
me-
does,
let me-
if she doesn't reciprocate that energy back, he's got a bigger revenge for her later, right?
2 seconds.
You
2
don't know the
seconds.
consequence.
I'm just touching on what you said in terms of you don't know where she's coming from. Right? Quick Google search says, yes, Cassie Ventura, the singer, had a family growing up. She was raised by her parents, Regina and Roderick Ventura in Connecticut. Described them as the greatest support system. So she had a loving family.
So I have a different perspective.
Go ahead.
I do feel that for a certain portion of the relationship, Cassie was a victim. If you guys have never been involved or witnessed someone who's been in a DV situation, it's just not physical, it's also mental. And
Describe what DV is for the audience at home that may not know.
domestic violence.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's a lot of it is mental. So they will victimize their victims, and a lot of victims, they will come out and say, I would rather you hit me than you say some of the things that you say to me, because that lives longer within me, right? Within your spirit, within your mind. So I feel like for a certain portion of the relationship, she was a victim. But after a certain line, based off of what Castro was saying and the other gentleman on the table, you become a volunteer. And what I mean by that is that once I'm showing you how I'm going to handle you and how I'm going to treat you, it's up to you. It's your responsibility, regardless if you're scared or not, to leave the situation. So if fear kept you there, okay, I understand that from one perspective, but the door was there. You're basically acknowledging the door was there, the cage was left open, but you decided to stay back.
No.
So I feel like there's a certain way you were a victim, but then you turned into a volunteer with some of the things that have come out now, which she was texting him with her husband. She was already out of the relationship. Why was she doubling back then?
So
That's what I mean.
you disagree with what's your perspective?
Yeah, I disagree because I think she did enjoy. I think so. It came out that she was a sex slave, right? Like that was the beginning. Like okay, like I do this. He forces me to do this with a bunch of prostitute men, gigolos. But also then there's texts where she's like, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. And I feel like it's a mixed emotion of feelings. But if you look at Diddy, like even his ex-wife, how everyone gets silenced, you know? And it's like, I think that she was definitely a victim. I feel like mental games are stronger than any other game that you can play. And just like saying like, you know, I understand you could have left. Like, I understand you made a choice at this point. That's definitely not my take on it. She definitely escaped. She found her escape. He's a powerful man. And now she's doing what she had to do. Did it take her long? Yes. But do I think she's a victim? Absolutely. I think she's a victim.
But is she, but what we're asking, I guess now with the new evidence that came out, is she still considered a victim now that she was out, like we acknowledge, but she decided to circle back because she was no longer a victim at that point. So does
Costumbre. Sometimes comfort makes you want to go back.
Okay,
it's all you know.
Hold on.
Trauma
I'm just gonna
bonds
black
too,
and white
right?
and make it like a little more easy to follow. Okay. At what point, after being involved in somebody, from your perspective, for the situation we got going on, at what point does one lose victimhood? You were involved with this person for 10 years. At what point do you say, oh, well, fuck, you're doing this? And then let's not also say, like, the text messages and all the disclosures coming out and basically saying that, well, obviously, like, you know, she was complicit in some of the behavior. She liked certain aspects of it. She was still involved in love with this man. She's even gone on to say that she did not regret any of her past. She actually loves her past, right? Yeah. So now, do we look at that like, oh my gosh, poor Cassie? Or do we look at that as like, I don't know. There was money involved. There was opportunities. There was things that were going on, things that were being exchanged, and agreements that were had.
For sure.
So at what point do we make adults I'm not victim blaming. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying at what point in our relationship dynamic does one take accountability for their own participation?
I think for me on this case,
You
the
know-
only
go ahead.
way that I see her as no longer being a victim is when she was already out and then she circled back.
So when you
to
say
it.
already out, what do you mean? Like when she
was
broke up with him?
already in a marriage. She was already broken out. She was already living a separate life from him. And that's when I think that she lost. That's when she was no longer a victim.
Do you
She's
know
like,
the
no,
number?
I'm
Like what was it?
changing
Was it? I don't know the specifics of like the
I don't- I
details.
don't know
There's
the
just a point in time where she had
There was a
broken up
point
with
in
the
time.
man,
So she's
had like a
okay.
whole next
Exactly.
relationship, and still went and circled back to this guy.
Yeah, because she liked some things. What do you guys feel?
Might be
Yeah,
an addiction.
definitely. She likes power. Like she loves the power and the benefits of being with Diddy. But yeah, I'm not gauging on what point. I think whatever he did in certain moments and he knew that was messed up made her a victim. So I'm not even. I can't gauge.
But how can you say that when someone is like, if someone is a willing participant in something, regardless of how it may seem from the outside, like they're either getting because, okay, side note, do you guys agree with the sentiment? Everyone has a price.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if your price is met and now you're complacent, you're okay with the situation, so much so that you'll revisit it later. Do we not look at it like, oh well, someone's obviously digging for opportunity?
I feel that maybe deep down inside, from her sadness of being used and abused for so long, maybe she circled back to see if maybe he really did care about her. Maybe it was more of a self feeling where like, if I go back, does he still fuck with me? Does he still give me that?
So
same
we don't look at it
attention?
from the perspective of she wanting to go back from this man.
I don't think she went back to him for like, oh, I really want to go fuck with Diddy again. Like, oh,
I think
no,
it's benefits.
I
to
think
be
she did.
honest.
I think she did.
Yeah,
think
what other
so? I
situation
don't
would you
think
go
so.
back to the person that victimized you?
Yeah.
If you got beat up at the bar, would you go back and see like, are we still brethren?
But
Like
people
you
do
wouldn't
that,
go back
though.
for that.
Yeah,
People do that.
I've never heard of a nigga getting beat up and going back to the place he got beat up
yeah.
at to see if he had friends left. You know what I mean? That's not usually how that works.
But in
Probably
relationships,
stay
though.
away
In
from that
relationships,
place.
they do though.
Like guys will go back to
Yeah,
girls
but
who beat them.
but that being said, I'm just what? Wait, hold on.
Some guys like that.
Hold on.
I got my ribs broken.
Some guys be like,
No, but that's not what she
But
said.
if you
though.
like it, then how
I
could
didn't
you
like
be
it.
a
I just
victim
went
of
back and I was a
something
little
that you
bit like,
enjoy?
ooh.
Yeah.
I have a hard time
Too
understanding
much
that part.
tequila. That's what happened.
I get what you're saying.
Like that's what's complicated for me. I feel like in the situation in general, like I feel like there was definitely monetary and like
Yeah, for
status benefits to associating with him.
I think
she's
it's
trying to like
just
further her
nice.
career type shit.
Uh-huh.
And then I think after a while it got super freaky and she's like, I lie, I don't really want to do this, but yo, I really want this money. And then she kept doing it.
Yeah.
And I'll say like under any circumstance, if someone's getting their ass whooped, like you are a victim right now. You're getting beat up. So I would say she's probably a victim of domestic violence.
Yes,
Everything
that.
else though, buddy, you and this guy are partners in crime. Looking like Batman and Robin in the courtroom. Like, what are
I
you
don't know.
talking
There's
about?
a lot of rumors going on.
don't
Apparently,
know.
she was involved in Kim Porter, like when he used to abuse Kim Porter too. Cassie was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's
Like,
a lot of information that's coming out surrounding
So you
this
guys
case.
think
is
Diddy should
bizarre.
be like released?
No.
I think
Hell no.
he should be
Hold on,
charged with
hold on.
domestic violence.
Okay, then.
Pause,
So
pause,
that's
one at a
the
time,
most, that's
one
the
at a
most
time.
important
Yeah.
thing for me.
That's
One at a
Stay
time.
in jail, let
Okay,
him
no,
out.
but hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
He
I don't
can
care
stay
about the
there
rest.
Hold on,
for
hold
all
on.
I
The rest.
care, but
question, because I may sound ridiculous, but anybody here off the top, what are they exactly charging him with?
Sex trafficking, racketeering, and I don't know.
Yeah,
what
some
else.
gun-
Those
I
are
think
the-
that's some
those are
gun
the heaviest
charges, too.
Okay, so sex trafficking and racketeering, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I've seen nothing in this case thus far that indicates sex trafficking. I've just seen
Me
the
neither.
right. Okay, that being said, so now, if he's, do you guys know if he's like, is there anything that's come out basically saying that, oh, boom, he's been overtly sex trafficking? Like, do you guys know before I continue?
They're basically
Okay.
saying because he made people travel across state lines
Yeah.
for sexual like to pay them for sexual activities. But in my mind, they're trafficking
That's just free.
themselves.
Yeah, that's free freak
He's
behavior.
a client. He's not making nobody
Yeah.
do nothing. He's a paying customer.
Right.
That person sex trafficked themselves. Because in any other circumstance, like if you were drug trafficking, they wouldn't charge the crackhead. You know what I'm saying? The person who brought him the drugs is the one who's gonna get charged for drug trafficking, not the nigga who smoked it. So I don't understand like how he's getting that. And then racketeering, like that's like an organized crime type of charge.
Yes.
I don't know
Usually
what
used for
mass
gangs.
crimes this guy had people committing. He was a paying customer.
he's a freaky
He was
nigga.
beating her up.
paying
That was too much.
Yeah, still.
But that's not an organized crime thing. That's a domestic violence case, as far as I know.
Because usually RICOs are hit on organizations that are embezzling some kind
What
of
was
money.
the gang and
But it's
what were
just
they
easier.
doing?
It's
Bad
easier
boy?
deeper
Isn't it
to
Bad Boy
category.
Records?
No.
Isn't
He
that why
was.
they're
He
called
was.
Bad Boy?
Don't get me wrong. He was the bad youth. Okay.
But it's easier to give them a charge when you have a RICO. Like you can just put a
Right.
bunch of things together.
All
But
I'm saying.
still, like,
Okay, and yo, for the audience at home, doesn't mean we condone any of this freaky boy behavior. Keep your hands to yourself and don't diddle people. Anyhow, I was about to say, what was I about to say? Fuck, where was I at?
I don't know what you're about to
Fuck, I was gonna say some words. I had to get the thing. Oh yeah. So yeah, there's been no overt claims of this man doing sex trafficking. All right. Let's say he didn't do all that. Are we still demonizing him for simply being a freak?
Yes.
No.
Really?
Okay, we have a yes, we have a no.
Hold on.
No, stop it.
There was
No. Hold on. Before you,
Very extreme
I want to hear,
over
honey,
That's his problem,
honey,
though.
I want to hear what you have to say.
If the man wants to be a freak, that's his problem. Forcing people to be freaks, though, that's a problem.
I don't think he was forced. If it's not forced, if you're willingly receiving payment and accepting it.
Right, exactly. If he's paying, that's not a problem. But like if she's, feeling a certain way, but like, oh, I'm flat. Like
You may
I
not
had
like-
to do this with a bunch of guys. I didn't want to do it, then yeah, that's
But
a
you
problem.
took the bread and you still
But
did
some
it.
of the text
Right.
messages she sent, did it sound forceful?
I hope-
Sound
I
like,
hope
yo,
she
she's
took
having
the
a
fucking
grand time.
She
in
even
there.
said, yo, you
Yeah.
know what? Don't even bring this guy. Yo,
Yeah,
me
wait
and
till
you
we do
that.
it again. Like
Yeah.
she was liking that.
He's
shit,
like, yo,
so
should I
don't
call?
know.
Should I call her
Yeah,
Armando?
I think at some point she probably became like a sex addict.
For sure.
sure.
She's
You
over
know
there
what I'm
talking
saying?
about, yo.
So it's an addiction, right? So like even though she left, she's like, it's that rush that she got there that
No man can ever satisfy her or do what that nigga did for her.
I know that too.
Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. From like just a nigga in the road, yo, that's Diddy's thing, for like ever.
Yeah, for real.
She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, as a
Those
big
are
man, I'm
different
not gonna go and
adventures.
brush up on Diddy's work over there. Like, I lie. You been with
How
him?
you gonna
Yeah,
top
shit, because
that? How are you
her
gonna
husband's
top
all in the
it?
courtroom too. He has
He
to
can't even
listen to
stomach
all
that.
of
The man
this.
is over there just sick wrenching. Yo, imagine you did what? Niggas did what on you? Oh, hold on, brother.
But wasn't he on the FaceTime?
I'm not sure how long he was. Maybe he was
No,
getting.
he knew.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my thing's getting dug out. But
You gotta think they've been building this case up for a minute.
He might have asked her
They've
for
been
But him
building the
having
freak
to
out.
sit there in front of everybody else and listen to like, oh, lie, this is your wife?
fam. He probably
That's you, eh?
might have asked her for
Stay
some
away.
things and she said no.
You feel that in your chest as a man. It's like a lie. It's getting dark in here. I gotta go. Like, bro, it doesn't feel good, bro.
You know what's crazy? So yeah, I even in regards to that, I had posted on TikTok just a random video basically saying like, yo, shout out to Cassie's husband during this courtroom thing because he's a stronger man than me, eh? Man like me, we're done.
The man was a personal shopper.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? He might have asked her for things and she said no. And he's like, how dare you say no?
I don't even think he doesn't have the bass in his voice for that.
That's so
I'm not gonna lie to
He
you.
might have asked her for
I'm not gonna hold you. He doesn't have the bass in his voice
Bro,
for
he
that.
might have asked her for things. She's like, I don't do
You
that.
think Diddy ever heard no?
Do you think exactly why he's vexed?
You know
He's
what's
like, Diddy
crazy?
never heard no, and I don't do
Yeah,
that.
I feel like that is really true
Yeah.
too.
The man's in the courtroom talking
I-
about.
I-
she
Yo,
Yeah.
he
said-
might have asked her to be like, yo, so what's up?
So, yo, you
And
know
she
what?
ain't even
Let me ask
freaky
you
like
something.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pause.
yeah, you know, yeah.
Imagine her
it's
talking
true.
about she's
It's
not in the
true.
mood.
Pause.
Imagine
You.
you heard all of that and you're like, she wasn't in the mood.
Anyhow,
He don't even
I
got
can't
drugs
believe
for
it.
her.
No,
That'd
that's
be-
true. That's
Fam.
true. I will.
so you know,
take
from
that.
the female perspective, our female audience, I'm curious to hear. Do you think she loves Diddy or do you think she loves her husband?
I
Like, who's
think
her heart
I
belong
think she
to?
has a trauma bond with Diddy, but she really wants to love her husband because she's pregnant again by
But
him.
wanting to love your husband is not loving that nigga.
Exactly.
You know?
I don't want to hear somebody wanting to love me like
I don't want to hear that
But
What
either.
I think is that she knew that Diddy was never going to give her the love that she really, really wanted, what she gave to him basically. So she had to settle for another man that was going to give her a
Yo,
I
family.
don't
like
even
it
think
was-
it was
I
all
don't know
that.
about
You don't
Diddy
think?
threw a heart
I
at
don't-
her, bro. They might still be uncool.
They're
He
linked.
threw a heart at
Cause you-
her.
you ever been-
Oh my goodness, this dude.
That's
Yeah, he's blowing
evil,
kisses
man.
and shit. He's
Court
wilding in
doing
court.
this?
He's
Yo, they
he's
have
bugging out.
Don't you see the
Yeah, hold
footage?
on,
They have
hold
the
on.
footage like this. It's
I'm
looking crazy.
done. I'm done.
No.
Wanting to
I-
love somebody is crazy.
I'm
though.
not gonna
Where's
lie.
the footage?
This
Relax,
is-
relax,
Have you
relax,
ever
relax.
loved someone that much?
No. Fuck. Nigga, I have sense.
Nah.
Hold on.
That type of
My
love,
love has
don't find
You
me.
don't see my boy in the court, yo, James?
Oh, that's crazy.
No, Dids, no.
And he's doing a smirk like,
Yeah, the
yo.
man's doing the deviant.
You know what's on my thing? I'm telling you, the husband's there this whole
Who
time.
knows?
Yeah.
This guy's
Yo,
throwing these ones at his wife, bro.
Dog, remember when I
That
told you
sucks.
if you do this and I link up?
yo.
Holy.
That's their sign to
It's
meet up
official
later.
still.
That's a
Why am I
bad
going on this
signal
side
now.
I mean, yo.
I can't even be laughing at this. This is wrong, bro.
It is.
You already laughed.
Yeah, it's
You're
crazy
laughing.
how the
The
people
internet's
see you
taking
laughing.
like
Oh,
this
man.
stuff.
I don't know. I
We're
think
getting
it's
canceled
deeper.
now. Thanks a lot.
No, you're not getting
Diddy was
canceled.
meddling in something he shouldn't have been meddling in, and they're trying to build up something.
But Diddy was crazy.
So
for
hold
like
on.
Biggie time, so-
Stop. I don't like all the unfiltered thought. 1 second. You said he was meddling in things he shouldn't have been doing. As an adult man with the ability and the, I don't know, the freedom you want to do, what shouldn't he have been doing?
Like
Yo, there's a
maybe.
long list.
Hold on.
Apparently, like we're not gonna get into conspiracy theories, but apparently there was like a big, powerful company that he was trying to basically get the rights to his liquor or something like that.
Ciroc?
Like it was against
It's the
Ciroc.
company
It was
that
the
owns
company
Ciroc.
that owns
Oh,
Ciroc.
like Diageo? Who owns Ciroc? Do you guys know?
I don't remember the name of it, but they hired him to be the
Some
brand
type of
ambassador.
Somebody
conspiracy.
Diageo.
Don't
Somebody
quote
white
me.
powerful.
I might
Hold on,
just be
let her
starting
speak.
rumors, but apparently there's this conspiracy going around. He was trying to buy the rights or something like that to this liquor deal that he had, and then apparently right after that, all of a sudden the police raided his house, and all of these allegations came out, and they hit him with the charges that he's been
Word.
hit with. I don't know if that's true. I'm not really quoting that, but apparently that's the
50 said that too.
conspiracy. Yeah,
I
that's the
love 50,
conspiracy
so I believe
behind
that.
it. So.
Well, 50 said it.
I believe 50.
Damn, if 50 said it,
If 50
damn.
said it, it's
50
real,
said it,
okay?
50 said it.
I mean,
Shout out 50. Fellow
Yes,
cancers.
yes.
I need my money by Monday.
Big dog fifth.
Use your money by Monday. Yes. So, like I said, is there a limit to how freaky a man can be until it's illegal? Do we have a problem with that? Like, we mad that a nigga had a lot of baby oil? We're not mad? No, right? Because, yo, I'm not.
As long as he's not doing it no underage people.
But
Okay, no.
apparently
So,
he
you know
was,
what? So, hold on. One thing at a time. She said, as long as we're not doing no underage people. So in the dynamic we're speaking of right now, Cassie was never underage while dealing with Diddy, right? Where lies the issue aside from domestic, like the DV? There we go. Besides the DV perspective. Like, don't get me wrong. Domestic violence is terrible. Don't do that. Don't beat people up. You shouldn't do that. Keep your hands to yourself. But if two people are consenting adults having a sexual experience, where lies the issue?
I think the main issue is the domestic violence, to be honest. I feel like that's how everything
I was
started.
asking honey. She was
Oh, no, I don't find it an issue with
Okay.
that. No.
what were you saying now?
I feel like No, I'm confused.
No, what is that?
Your main issue was domestic violence.
Yeah, I feel like that was the main issue that kind of started everything.
But nothing in the court documents from what we've seen thus far is really focusing on any aspects of that. Everything is just recounting their text messages and their back and forth
Exactly,
between
because
the
they
sexual
don't want to put Diddy on the DV, so they want to make it look like Cassie was all gung ho for the cop.
So then, that being said, hypothetically, if you're gonna put money on something, you think he'll be freed, or you think they're gonna lock him up? I'm gonna go around the table. Everyone got to say,
Fuck, to be honest,
just put money random. Don't worry
I
about
think
it.
he'll be free.
I think he's gonna be okay. Wait, for what's going on?
Not my
Do I
choice,
think
but-
that he's gonna be free for like everything that?
I say, yeah, exactly. What's going on right now? Do you think that charges against him will be dropped, or do you think he'll be convicted and sent to jail?
I think he's gonna be convicted.
You think so? Okay,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be set free.
Mandem.
Yeah, I think they might let him go.
Shit, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're probably gonna lock his ass up.
I don't think so. I don't know why.
I don't really.
I
like,
tend to side on the air of they'll probably like.
They just have a high success rate. I'm kind of going.
Yo,
to
I
They
feel,
do.
I
They have a
feel
very
like
high
the,
success rate.
But then
the Texas, I don't even know if they helped her case. Like, I feel like those kind of like let everybody.
nothing's helping her case.
I know, but I just I feel
all
like
the messages you've been saying.
But I'm
Nothing's
saying
helping.
that's what I'm saying. So when it's like when everybody's seeing it play out, it's like it's the same thing we're saying. Like, oh yeah, she was a victim up until this point. Now she's a participant and she's a recruiter and
that's
she's doing the
sucky.
most, you know. So it's like it's when you start doing that, it's like, yo, what's that reasonable doubt thing or like
Yeah, it's over.
it's
Yeah,
over.
Yeah. It's like somebody killing another person. Do we have to go back and be like, why did the guy kill? Because everyone wants to see the consequence, but no one sees how they got there.
I mean, you kill somebody, but all right.
But why? What if he molested your daughter or something? Is that okay? Is that an okay?
No, I just in the court of law, like you got to fight for that. It's gonna be like, that's a hard. Like if someone's dead in the court of law, it's hard to fight. You know, you got to really prove
deviant
self-defense.
text messages are different. Though.
Yeah. Like you have a text message saying,
But
you know
how
what?
do we know it? Okay, she admitted it. That's why she's like,
She
yeah, those are my
admitted it.
texts. That's why. Okay.
Yeah,
she
there
did
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
Hey, how continue?
She did that too.
All right, next question. So kind of off the back of this, and then I just seen this trending on YouTube like a few days ago. Are this specifically for the women? Are men these days too freaky?
I think they lie about being freaky. I think most men eat vagina.
Okay, hold on.
They
hold
should.
on. That's-
They should.
all right.
That was funny. I don't know why.
You know why it was funny. Don't do
High
that.
five.
That just came out.
Guys
of
are out there munching, and she doesn't approve. All right, so they're too freaky for you. How you feeling about this?
I feel like a lot of people want freakiness before they want anything else, and I don't like that. Because like, what about passion? What about like actually getting to know each other, to learning to love each other? You know. So
We're not living in that.
They don't make them like us no more.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We're not living
I don't
in
like that.
era.
I don't like that.
But I think that both it falls down to both sides feeling the same thing, because there's a recent study, I don't know by who, that came out that apparently men between the ages of 18 up until 45, I think it was, or 44, they're virgins. Like nobody's out here trying to date. Women aren't trying to have kids. There's something wrong. Something
You know what?
wrong
Okay, hold
on
on,
either
hold on.
side. There's
So
something wrong.
I think
Yeah,
I
they're
s-
too.
So I don't think they're too freaky or anything. It's just
No, I
there's
think it's too
something
freaky. Go
wrong.
ahead. Were you about to say, honey?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys are either too freaky. They expect too much because of porn. They expect too much of and I think they want to automatic many, at least for
Can
me.
you be a little more specific in terms of like what you mean?
I feel like first I feel like sex, at least here in Toronto, is more it's sex and then relationship as opposed to relationship and what's that word, chivalry? You know, when you like open the
Ooh,
door for
chivalry is
somebody,
dead.
when you like when you show somebody that you're crazy about them. Now this doesn't exist. It's like a competition.
So are
And
you?
sex is like first.
Well, people say like
Not even at the freaky
there is the
state they are.
argument that feminism killed that feminism killed chivalry.
I guess we did it.
I was
We
gonna
did
say
it.
right because
Like Eve did it and we did it.
But did Eve really do it?
We're
Because my
blaming
friend.
Eve, eh?
Yeah, we're
Don't even put feminism on Eve like that.
Hey, no, wait. My friend Luciana, shout out Luciana. She said, "How can it really be?
Talking to the mic.
How can really Eve be eating the apple if Adam's got the Adam's apple?"
So the
Oh,
other
nice. Tell me.
So the other argument that I heard was, I mean, if you look at it from a biblical text, so God never instructed Eve not to eat the apple. She instructed Adam not to eat the apple. Eve was out somewhere doing her thing. So really, even when Eve tried to persuade Adam, the reason why God's wrath came on Adam and Eve the way that he did is because, but I instructed you. I told you. So the second that she came to you and she approached you with that, you should have shut it down. Ooh. Your loyalty should have been with me. So that's why the Adam's apple theory, that's why it says like, that's why guys have the Adam's apple. I don't think it's either like, we're always in this like, is it Eve to blame? Is it Adam to blame? But at the end of the day, both were participants. But when you look at it from a biblical text, God never instructed Eve. He instructed Adam. So Adam, as being the leader, as God created him to be, he should have let his woman to be like, no.
Don't trust Gal.
Hold on.
Don't trust
Bring it back.
Don't trust the Gal.
God tells you not to do.
I was about to say, just bring it back.
From porn to into Mandem to like Adam and Eve. And it's
So,
like,
Well, because we were
circle
talking
back.
about Adam's
I said
apple
Eve did it.
and Eve did it, and then
We're just talking about the wave of feminism killing chivalry. Relate, like, do you want to like tie in your point to that?
Well, I'm bouncing off of her mentioning Eve and her mentioning Adam, but to me,
Okay. It's just I know. That's
yeah,
cool. That's
I was just feeding off of what was already being discussed, I guess. But in terms of me, I do agree.
So hold on. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go into more dating-based stuff in terms of. So you said that men aren't interested in being chivalrous to a woman, basically courting a woman how they used to, right? Do women present themselves in a fashion that's courtable nowadays?
It depends where you look.
Where should one look for a courtable woman?
I feel like if you want to find like a woman that's gonna behave like a lady first, okay, where I would say, maybe like a library.
Why are you lying?
When's the last time you went to the library?
Hey, I go to the library
I
for my
actually
work.
have
So
a
chill.
But I do my Indigo. I go to Indigo every now and then.
When was the
You don't
last
got
now
yell.
and then?
You don't got yell. It's good.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
We can hear you.
When you're louder, it's
excited.
like it's true. You know what I'm saying?
I read books. I promise.
Yeah, you don't hear how loud I am? I read that, bro.
So cute.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
what?
the library, where else?
Oh no.
You see more
serious?
kids?
Church
Hold
too?
on.
Tim Hortons is not on the list.
Coffee shop.
No
Well,
one's doing.
coffee shops.
Is this like an
Okay,
Indian
but-
dating service? You mean some importance?
You're right. They don't even
They have
understand
this
me.
on the
I'm just saying, you
I
know what's
wanted
crazy?
to say church, but
What cake?
Which
When's the
church?
last cake? Hold on. Just apply it. Let me make this a little easier. Apply it to yourself.
okay.
Where would one find you?
Me? Just come get your hair braid.
Come get a braid up.
Come get a braid up. Let me feel the vibe. That's what I mean.
I'm looking for the honey.
Is that how you met your last man? Is that how that worked out?
No, but
That sounds like it was from experience.
It solidifies that he like,
She put
because
on
I'm
a
a busy
fire
person.
promo.
I'm very busy. So I prefer to work than to date. Personally, because money,
I'm just saying. All I'm asking is where should a man go in order to
start
find?
growing his
Plaza.
hair.
Parties, family parties.
Plaza
Nigga, that's his
But
family.
do you guys go
Parties,
in like
family party. They bring friends. They bring people that
Where
your
should
family
we
will
go?
like.
I just want the man
I
who
said
grew up.
maybe
women
I
that
wanna
want to be
see-
courted? So where would you
Nick's
guys want to be
Clips,
courted?
Barbecue party at the end of the year.
Okay. I'm
one
gonna
at a
be
time,
really
one at a time.
honest,
Thank you.
okay?
Go ahead.
If someone nowadays, a lot of people lack proper real eye contact, and I could also be that person sometimes. Proper real eye contact, and honestly, like being themselves without the ego. If you can present yourself in that way, it's easier for you to find somebody. So for me,
Where?
it's the way you look at me.
Where?
Anywhere you can
Where
find
am I
me.
presenting?
I will
What
be
is
at
the
a club.
location of eye contact?
The location of
Like,
eye contact. It could be a restaurant. It could be a club. It could be anywhere. It's just the vibes. Like show
The
me your
strip club.
energy is anywhere.
give me
You
the
know
most
what I
And he
mean?
does
Okay, no,
all
no,
of
you know
that.
what?
He
No,
does
no,
all
no.
Get a
of
braid
that.
up.
I'm gonna stop
After
you
he
right
does
there. I'm
all
gonna
of
stop you
that,
right
though.
there.
The geography is crazy, fam. We went from the library
To the strip club.
I want
Strip club. She says strip
They give me the most eye contact. Okay.
They
So-
also
They trying to
they
get a
want the most money.
stack.
You better start reading.
Yo, who's trying to get
We
courted
love
here?
books,
You guys
though.
are
Leaders
trying to
are
get
readers.
courted.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I didn't even get a chance
So,
to
yo.
answer. So
Come on, we gotta summarize it for each person. You know what I'm saying? So you family functions. So I already gotta know somebody. I gotta have an in.
I
All
have
right,
to know
cool.
somebody that has like friends or family members that would be like, hey, you know what, Jess, you seem like a cool girl. I would love to introduce you to like one of my homeboys or my people because I would trust them.
Sounds like gang initiation.
No.
I got aggressive.
That got aggressive
No,
quickly.
no,
no,
That
no.
escalated fast,
That
bro.
very
So I'm not gonna lie
aggressive.
to you.
I understand what you're saying. Though.
She just wants to know somebody that knows. She wants a reference.
Like I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
want
that's
to.
fine, that's
I don't
fine,
want to
that's
go
fine.
on
That's
a
fine.
dating site.
a reference.
There's
So,
no
no, we're gonna
reviews
get there.
on
We're gonna
that,
get
you know?
there. We're gonna
You
get
need
there.
a
We're gonna get there. We're gonna
verified
get there.
Third
Yeah.
party.
There's no reviews on that. There's no Yelp review like, yo, he's good, he's bad. You know?
Okay, I'm
Good.
gonna just go ahead and say a coffee shop.
A coffee shop.
What coffee shop you be frequenting?
That one on Spadina. The one on, you know, the one by College in Spadina.
The one that's spread on what?
There's a College in Spadina one. There's one by College in Spadina.
Okay, got you. Yourself, because
location
you didn't
here.
have a. You guys, you didn't have a chance.
I would say the gym.
Valid.
We've heard that.
We've heard that. We've had this conversation in the past. The gym.
I'm not like out of all the locations. I feel like that was the
That was
easiest
the
one to
most-
keep
yeah,
up with.
that
Like,
was-
she literally doesn't even know the location of the
I do.
location.
It's visual. It's visual.
She's like, bro, you just have to. If you know, you
You
know.
gotta manifest her, bro.
Like, bro, think
Sorry,
about
you
it.
know,
I'm
you
there.
have to
don't
manifest.
know.
You gotta manifest her. Okay. You know what? That being said, do you have any more like anything quick before we do a segment swap? I'm gonna start using the whiteboards and shit.
Anything quick? Hold on. Let me see.
No pressure.
No.
Pointing at you.
What? Okay, I got a quick one. I hear this word on Instagram all the time. What is a sassy man? What is that? What
One at a time.
does that mean?
Who wants to take
A man of sassations. And a man of sassations a sassations man is a man that like wants to bicker with women for like dumb stuff. Like if you feel that she says something that's kind of like, you don't have to go back and forth, you know? You could just show with your actions like you're wrong.
So just breeze her.
So just let her be wrong.
I feel like
That's not what she
you
said.
don't have to
That's
correct
what she just said.
everybody.
If she says something
No,
that
he.
So if like say you watch Pop the Balloon, right? And you see like a girl say, "Oh, I don't like you because you know, I don't like your job. I think that you're short and I honestly don't like how you did
can't
your
even
hair."
help that.
You know what I mean? Like things
Just
like
hold the
she's
bat up,
being
fam.
rude.
Just hold it.
She's being rude, right? So it's like, okay, but she's being honest too, right? So honesty, people don't like that. So if he's like, well, I think that you're too skinny and you don't have this and you're, you know, and like
Sounds
So
honest. He's
defending-
honest.
So he's not allowed to use his honesty.
he can definitely use his honesty, but it's like, but if you're gonna
How
keep
many
going back and
times?
forth,
How
So
many
like
times is the
honesty and
limit then?
sassy are
Just-
like kind
So
of
yo,
like parallel.
basically the man have
Assassinations.
one time to get their response and not anything
Make it
further
count.
sass. Yeah,
Make
show
exactly.
it
me
count.
you're a man and show me that you're better than me and
End the
just like,
conversation in one response.
yeah,
Show her that you're better than her.
yeah, show me you're better than me by just
Hold
like,
the bat up and just let her be wrong.
Okay.
Seen?
That's a lot.
just grill me. That's it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I feel a sassy man is somebody who allows a woman who is like unhealed or whatever, she has her own issues, to almost diminish his masculinity, because masculinity is you stay in control. So nobody's gonna come and because I'm sassy to you and I'm acting like however I'm acting, I'm gonna challenge your masculinity so then you can start acting feminine and match my energy. I feel like that's what sassiness is to me. A man that matches a female's energy instead of saying, you know what, sis? I'm not even gonna waste my time. I know what I'm bringing to the table. You wanna have that attitude? Take it to the next man. Sit down so I can notice the female behind you. Next. That's, to me, that's masculinity.
I'm not gonna lie. I've heard that
matching.
exact same sentiment, and a woman that said that sassy instead of like fighting for your woman kind of shit. Like I've heard what you said in the opposite framework.
It sounds like a subjective like
Yeah.
term. You know, like not everybody has the same definition for it. So how would you describe a sassy man?
So I feel like a sassy man, if he's reciprocating a woman, she's gonna like kind of be like submissive. So I don't think that would be a sassy man, because a good woman, or like she wouldn't even portray it. He would want to be better.
But that's what I'm saying. An unhealed or broken woman would, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, I'm
would
gonna ask you
bring
one more
out
time. I'm gonna
that
ask you one more
sassiness.
time. You guys, you ready?
don't
What
know
is
any
a
sassy
sassy
ones.
man? Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, I lied, this nigga's sassy?
A man that matches a female's energy.
I guess give an example of that though.
An
does that look
example of that is, let's just say I'm broken. Like, let's just say I'm going from one man to the next, and I'm giving everybody attitude and I'm treating everybody rude. You as a man, why would you want to match that energy? Why wouldn't you want to protect your energy and just be like, bitch, I'm not wasting my time with you. Like, bye. A man, to me, a sassy man is somebody who's going to lower himself to match that girl's frequency and be like, I'm going to make a point because you have to. Like, no, like, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with an idiot.
Tit for tat for her.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, take for tack.
like I'm not going to argue with an
Okay,
idiot.
we're good with that one. I'm good with that one.
No, you want it quick, right? Like we got to.
Oh, do you want give your take on what a sassy. This is
Nigga, I
triple
don't
gallon.
know.
All
I
right,
don't
nigga. All right,
use
shit,
these
nigga. All right,
words.
fuck, move on.
He's like, I'm not a
I had to
sassy
consult
man.
the experts, fam. I don't know what the fuck a sassy
I'm sorry.
man is.
My bad. My apologies. Everyone, Madam are free. I was gonna say you could still speculate.
Speculate? Yo, you just disagree with her, fam.
I guess you're just
That was true.
I don't know. I guess you're just too argumentative. Like you're just too much back and forth, the tit for tat. I guess the same
A
thing.
sassy nigga is an emotional nigga. All right. That's bottom line. If
basically
you're all in your
what I would
feelings,
say.
stop being sassy, nigga. It's all good. Anyhow, moving forward. You guys ready?
Yes.
We're gonna do a whiteboard game.
Oh no.
Everyone, draw off your whiteboards.
know how I feel about this.
Oh fuck.
What we gotta do?
Man,
So-
writing in scribbles. Chicken scratch.
I'm gonna
English class.
I'm gonna give a question or some instructions. I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds. I'll give you about 6 seconds, realistically, to get down your answer. Right, clear and legibly, and don't think too hard about your answer. Usually, your most honest answer is the one that comes fastest to your mind. Ready?
Okay.
And then, yeah, when I do, I'm gonna do a little reveal. I'm gonna tell you guys to like 3, 2, 1, and we're all gonna reveal it at the same time, point to the camera so the audience at home can see, and then we're gonna unpack it afterwards, if I feel the need to.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nerviosa.
Yeah, and this is gender neutral for everybody, right?
Okay.
Name one thing that is an instant turn off when you meet somebody new. Yeah, don't remember as quick and honest as possible. 5, 4. Okay, I'm gonna need everyone to reveal your boards in 3, 2, 1. Mitch.
Mine is so small.
Okay,
Mark
we have.
doesn't even-
Okay, so we have bad breath, food in teeth, bad breath, bad breath. You guys are all in unison. I like that, right? All right, stupid. That's everything's pretty self-explanatory. Gonna move on to the next one. Beautiful segment, guys. Moving forward. Name one thing that is an instant turn on when meeting someone new.
Oh wait.
Why- Good breath.
Shit.
Hold on. Keep it to yourself. Yeah. Can't let them know your cards yet. 3, 2. 3, 2, 1. Please turn your boards. We have eyes and lips, sexy eye contact, good cologne, humor. She has sense. Okay. You know what? Pretty straightforward. We're gonna keep going through.
Colony.
I'm telling you, I will
It better
look,
be the
bro.
success
My
cologne.
neck
Okay.
will
Brought to you by
break
Mula First
looking.
Foundation. It's a square one mall.
Man, feels good.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the sexy eye contact thing. That's funny because like that can get interpreted in any type of way. Like,
Yeah, like it can't be
serial
too sexy. It can't be too.
serial
But
killer?
what's sexy to you?
I like
I'm
when
not
people
gonna lie
look
though,
at
that's
me.
how
Why
you
you
know if
Jeffrey
you're valid or
Dahmering
not.
me?
Though.
Yeah.
Because if she's not looking back at you, fam, stop looking.
Yo,
at me.
yeah,
man,
but what
I'm
if
just-
you're looking
like,
too
you got
sexy
the
at her,
answer.
Oh
Benji?
man, I'm just walking around with duck faces, bro. It's just crazy.
Duck face. Hold on, that's
What?
You know the duck face? Like they just
What's
punk
a
her
duck
up and just
face?
look at you, bro.
Man, yo, as a big man, I don't think
Oh,
it's.
like
I
that's-
know eye
I don't even
contact,
have a
not
poker
lip
fam. What do you
faces.
work
He's
like
like, let's
that?
focus.
Yo, it's all in together.
no.
Hello.
I want to see everybody's sexy eye contact.
Not even my contact don't even be sexy like that right this moment.
Yeah, I don't have like a
lazy
sexy
eye.
moment.
Don't
I
worry
don't
about
just-
that.
It just happens if it happens.
You know what I'm saying?
I need my glasses.
It's kind of organic thing too, right? You're kind of
Yeah.
drawn into some.
Not to feel
Y'all
sexy,
don't
bro.
got the wrist like that.
He's like, I gotta be inspired.
Ah, man,
Yeah.
Not about to feel sexy, bro. I just
Oh,
not be
just turn my sexy on.
Yeah,
I gotta be inspired.
Anyhow.
sexy for
Moving
my
forward.
shirt,
You know
bro.
what? We're asked this one recently, so I'm gonna throw it at you guys. Yo, what is a double standard that bothers you about the opposite gender?
A double standard that bugs me.
Give an example, like girls can kiss girls. A guy can't do that and still be remain straight, like publicly. You get what I'm trying to say? Or, you know, guys can have sex with multiple partners and they're not demonized in the same fashion that girls are.
Doesn't even mark.
Well, can you help
One
them?
one's in the middle.
Don't worry, we're gonna go through it.
It's crazy. Weird technical difficulties.
What's wrong with the Mandem, bro?
Trying, bro.
No,
You're
you're not
aight.
trying, you're doing. Trying is the number one route to failure.
See
You're
that?
doing.
See that?
I'm start doing, bro.
You better start doing. You do your
I didn't like how she
do it.
talked to me with the eyes like this. I was like, yo, bro.
These are my subjective eyes. They didn't work.
Oh, we're working over here.
Okay. Please reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1. Boards to the camera.
I
Okay.
didn't finish mine.
What you wrote sexual number of people. You said men can have a lot of sex.
Partners.
Is that partners?
Yeah, same
Okay.
thing, yeah.
Thoughts on cheating? It's ghetto. Body count. Why are you mad about body count? Anyhow, having standards.
Yo, bro, stop doing that, bro.
No.
It's genuinely confusing.
We're gonna unpack
Genuinely
this. Hold on.
confusing,
Don't worry. We're going through this for a second.
Oh,
Okay. So I see that 2 of our guests have a problem with the amount of sexual partners that men can have without facing scrutiny. Why is this an issue for you? Do you want more sexual partners?
No, I just don't
So
like
then what's the
guys
issue?
that have.
I just don't want to be with someone that doesn't have like I already have like the less sexual experience. I have less sexual experience, I feel, so I don't want someone that's been so oversaturated where they're not gonna be able to come anymore. You know those ones?
That's crazy.
That
What kind of nigga is
sounds.
that?
I don't know.
He's been at a freak off.
I'm not
He's been at a freak off.
What brand of man is that, bro?
You-
Doesn't beat no more. What happened? You
Yeah.
ran out of bullets? You mean? You better take it. You better take
know
the
how
gun
it
back,
is.
fam. You gotta get it fixed.
Anyhow,
That's fucked up.
what is your issue with men having more sexual partners than women?
I don't like it. It's just sleazy, and I think I can just see when it's someone's like kind of been sleazy.
So the notion of it, would you feel this issue are rectified if women didn't face the same scrutiny?
No, I still don't like it because I feel like sex is a spiritual exchange, regardless if it's
So what
Oh,
about?
so you
not
mean like
recreational.
you mean like men should be held accountable more often for their amount of sexual partners?
yeah,
Is
and
that
I
what
think
you're
it would
saying?
do them. I think it would be good for them too to be held to be like, okay, maybe you should love a little bit more before you just hit.
I know we're supposed to move on, but can you just explain how it would benefit the man to have less sex?
Well, for one,
Just want an
for
explanation.
one, like maybe there would be more kids out there who's like with dads. You know what I mean? Like I don't like
Safe sex.
Yeah, safe sex as well. Like just like even like guys like when they have a lot of sex, sometimes they want to like be with guys, and that's fine too.
How
Hey,
in the
LGBT, we love you.
Pause.
Yeah, and because you
What
know
type of
they
sex
look
are
at
you having that you just want a man now? Bro?
There's
Like,
guys,
what
there's
is
a, no,
this?
but no, let's be honest. There's a lot of DL men.
There
So
is.
those not act brand new. There's a lot of DL men.
I don't.
Bro, you know what's
I don't
crazy?
think the
I've
amount
heard
of
that.
sex.
I've
made
heard
them.
that,
It's
but
very
like
regular.
I'm still in shock, man.
I don't think they had
like,
so
she
much
always hits
sex
me
that
by
they just
surprise
started
regardless.
That
liking
they become
guys.
DL? Yeah, no, because I
Hold on,
feel
hold on.
All they see is sex. So
Go
they
ahead.
don't even see the people no more. They're just seeing bumhole.
But how did no. Hold on,
man,
no.
can never just do
I've been a
that.
man for a very long time.
My vision doesn't even work like
I've
that.
been a man.
I know men that are not
What's your
gay
birth
and are
certificate?
pansexuals. They just like sex. That's called a pansexual. They don't care who they have it with, as long as it's a human. They don't care where you are.
Okay.
They just love sex. They just wanna
Okay.
come.
Don't worry. Bringing it back. You said cheating.
Yes.
Why are you? So explain about the double standard towards cheating that bothers you.
I think what bothers me is the narrative that's being put out there. Like, oh, if you're a high value man and I'm making this money, then I'm entitled to cheat. And it's one sided for my woman. And I don't like that. Like, I feel like for me, like I desire a man that is top tier, not just by his income, like just by the way of his character. And I just feel like if you're out there cheating, you're deceiving someone else, you're manipulating. That's why I put it's ghetto, because it's like you must be broke to have that much time to deceive more than one
So
person.
hold on, let me just
you know?
challenge it, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, anyways. The notion of deception that I'll never get to say that's not right, but the aspect of a man exercising his options because they're available to him, you have a problem with that?
It's not,
And especially if he's being honest. Say he's like, yo,
No.
this is my situation.
That's not cheating, though.
Yeah,
when a
that's
man is honest, that's not cheating. Cheating is when you deceive. So I always tell my girls, it's never initially the act of cheating that hurts a female. Is the act of deception. Is the fact that you come and crawl into my bed and you make me think that
Word.
we're solid, we're working on something, and yet you're banging out some girl on the back. So it's this deception. If you're honest with me and you give me the option and you don't act like my daddy and make the option for me to decide for me, and you tell me, yo, I like you, this is what it is, but I'm not gonna just commit to you. And I've had it happen before where a guy's like, yo, this is what it is, you're just gonna be one of the girls, but I'll take care of you this way. He gave me the option. Ironically enough, if you're that guy, you don't have to lie. Girls will sign up for your program. No problem.
Cuz, what you got going on? You said body count. What about the double standards of body count bothers you?
I just don't like how some women could think that they can just have a high body count and act like that doesn't matter.
I don't think that's
not
what
a
they
double
think. Still,
standard.
that's not a double standard.
I don't believe
a double
that's the
standard would be
case.
something that women benefit from that men don't have access to.
Benefit from. Sorry.
That's what a double standard is. Yeah. It's okay. We'll come back.
Sorry.
Yeah, I said having standards. Like, yo, the gal could say anything about a man, what they like, what they don't like, and it's cool. A man says one thing, bro. Like, I don't want a woman that's twice my size. Oh, he's a misogynist. Like, bro, I just, what the hell?
Ah, he's body shaming.
Yeah, like,
I know where you guys are going.
what the hell, man?
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
It's true.
Move forward, or you want to come back to it?
Move forward.
Got you. No problem at all. Everyone, get your boards ready. I'm about to ask you another question.
Oh shit. Wait.
Yeah, don't worry. You got a couple seconds before I ask another one.
Where's the big eraser, bro?
Yeah, this is a little eraser.
That's what
Anyhow,
I gotta write small.
would you date someone who is bisexual?
Hell no.
Well, say right on the board.
I didn't know.
Yo, what?
It's tragical.
What have you have?
I didn't know. It's crazy.
I didn't know.
Okay, we're gonna do a board reveal in 3, 2, 1. Let me see the answers. She didn't know. No. Hell to the no. No. Cause what you got going on over there, man?
Scriptures.
Have but no.
Okay. How didn't you know? Explain this. Story up.
So like,
Mike.
so basically, like one day I went through some text messages. I seen some stuff. I was like, ooh, I did not know about this. I felt very deceived. So I was like, ooh, yeah. So I kind of, I don't know. Yeah, we're here now.
Okay. And you had an issue with this as a man. I don't know. I asked this because I see this narrative on social media a lot where women, like I've been in social experiments and whatnot where women are claiming they don't care if a man's bisexual and it's more open-minded and progressive. I was just seeing if that's real in streets.
To be honest, deep down, no, for me.
No.
Oh,
Deep down, no.
Can we just pass the race?
I thought I was going to because I was like, oh, let me not be like everyone else, but deep down, no.
Madam, you don't like if your gal likes gals too? I know some people like to fetishize that and be like, oh my God, threesomes.
Do I like it?
I don't know. Do you like if your girl's bisexual? Would you date someone who's bisexual?
Yo, I don't even like. Honestly, I feel like some of the gal them just try things. I think they just try it out. A lot of them. So I don't even know if they think they're bisexual. I think they just experiment. So I've been with girls who've been with girls.
Word. Question. Side note: if a girl you're dating makes out with another girl in front of you, do you consider that cheating?
Baby, you're bugging.
She's bugging, not cheating. Cool. Go ahead.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, you're right. Like you're bugging. I'm gonna talk to you later. But like,
Double standard. Because let me tell you, I can assure you, if any of the men that these 3 ladies were dating started to kiss a man in front of them, they're leaving.
It's a deal breaker. Bye.
Oh, yeah, bye, yeah. In front of me? No.
he's double
recommend.
bugging.
Yeah. I actually have,
It's
Yeah,
a
big
bye.
story.
Anyhow,
Yeah, no, I'm not really into
that into the freaky
stuff.
business.
Yeah, no, you gotta know what team you're playing for, bro. Know what you want, like at least before you come over here. I don't know. And 2, in my experience, just the women I've met that are like on the fence type of thing, yo, they like a lot of sex, a lot more than I'm comfortable with. So I'm just, I'm
Bro, I
cool
just
on
feel
that.
offended.
Yeah.
Like you were talking to me, and then
Right.
like, what are you gonna do? Talk to a stud version of me? Like now I'm more vexed. Like, what are we doing right now?
She leaves you for buddy,
not
she leaves
even
you for a
real.
thing that looks like Manny Fresh? That's crazy.
Nah, the Jacquees one, stereotype.
Don't do that.
There's only a few variations.
Now I'm more cheese because he's small. So don't do it.
You're real.
Anyhow, moving forward. Guys, ready? Prepare your boards. About to ask you another question. Where we at in this? All right, cool. Oh, good time. Can men and women truly be just friends while dating others? Yeah, niggas are etching hieroglyphs. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys
Truly friends.
truly friends.
Platonic.
Friendship, like
Platonic
Fast and the Furious fans. You know what I'm saying?
You said while being in a relationship?
Yes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, reveal your boards. We have yes, no, yeah, and no. You know what?
This
it's
is
so crazy.
trifling.
Yours sounds trifling.
This is start here.
Yeah,
start right
I know where I'm starting.
You're just like,
No.
this?
No, we all wrote in letters. You wrote in trifling.
was missing
I wanna see
one.
what that's about.
No, you missed it on purpose.
Oh man.
Easy
go, let's
wording.
go.
So yeah, fam.
What's up?
Explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, like boundaries gotta be set though. Like if I'm with Shorty, like that's Shorty, and like you just gotta understand that like there's the boundaries. Like I'm making sure this doesn't pass nothing. So
Okay, so
Sound like a
we're
friendly
friends
guy.
because I'm friends.
that's
with
fine. Are you cool if she has a brethren looking like Gaston?
Gaston.
Who's Gaston?
Just a handsome
From
brethren.
the
The man
Disney.
just tall,
From the
decent,
Disney.
handsome.
From the Disney characters.
Yes.
Can't even lie. Gaston's gonna. I can't even have you chilling with this guy like that. Like
You said yeah.
What about your boundaries, man? What about this? What about this?
But you see,
What about
but you see why
Yeah.
why the S is like, so you didn't set boundaries though. Like you gotta set boundaries though.
He held on to the S for that one point.
Like I said, like from a but it wasn't
I'm gonna see what you're gonna do.
What's
And
the
I'll
terms
see.
and conditions?
It can still be no, eh? Like you know what I mean? Like
But not
anyhow.
Gaston.
not Gaston. He's
Okay.
too handsome.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, you said no. The other lady said yes. Why did you say no?
From my personal experience, I don't think that men and women can be friends. I used to think differently when I was younger, but based off of my personal experience, I have found with the men that I have just been friends with that they volunteer to stay in the friend zone. And then they think somewhere down the line,
They're
I'm
gonna
going to
have
have
sex
an
later?
epiphany and be like, oh my gosh, you're the love of my life. Like, let's get together. And it's just like, it's not that. Like some women, they really mean it when they said they're not interested. They really mean it when they say you're just a friend. And I personally no longer believe in platonic friendships because of that reason.
Cool. You guys said yes. Honey first.
Yes, because if I don't think that if I can't date you, if I can see you, but as friends and not date you, then we're just gonna stay friends. So I always make.
But is that a real friendship? Or is that just being kind of like
It
you?
is. It is to me.
Like, what if he wants more than a friendship? Isn't friendship supposed to be like
a
equal
reciprocal
on
thing?
both parts?
You have
Well,
friends.
I'll just be clear with him in communication. Tell him we are.
But is
just
that a
friends.
genuine friendship? I will argue. So if you had a man and okay, put it like if one of these gentlemen or anybody, you have a man, hypothetically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a friend who has expressed sexual interest in you, but simply because you said, no, I do not want to have sex with you. You think it's appropriate to remain friends with that person because you guys are just friends and I've established my boundaries?
Yes.
I would have to disagree. What do you feel?
Too.
I would disagree with that comment, but I have been friends with men that I absolutely have not seen anything about friendship, and they've looked at me the same way. So I can say yes.
You know what?
And I've been married, so I know.
That's valid. In regards to, I think it does, like, I'm not saying it's impossible. On an average basis, I'm going to probably say no in general, because a lot of the times you shouldn't want to have sex with your friends. So if the relationship is started from like that kind of point of interest, I don't think it's a genuine friendship. Now, I'm not saying we can't be cordial with one another. You know what I mean? But I don't deem that as a friendship. A friendship is someone where you have the best intentions for the other person without anything to gain necessarily, right? That's my perspective on things.
I agree.
Right? You said you didn't go ahead.
Oh yeah, I said no because it's like same shit. Yeah, exceptions do exist. So I'm sure there's 1-2 scenarios where you guys are actually just friends, but 9 out of 10 times, one party, usually the man, is waiting for their chance. Sometimes it's the woman, but usually it's the man. He just waiting. He just very patient, you know. So
A patient wolf is what I
Yeah.
refer to them
I
as.
don't trust
Patience
it.
is a virtue.
I mean,
Eventually, the girl's gonna cry, and he's gonna be right there and be like, "Oh, please cry on me. Oops, you fell on my cockaroo. What do we do now?"
I mean,
Cockaroo.
It's
You
true.
don't want your girl
We were
falling on the
just talking
cockaroo.
about
fam.
that.
You don't want that.
a shoulder to cry on,
He's
the
like,
dick
I
to
don't want
ride
my
on.
girl
Don't
falling
think
into
about
a
it.
cockaroo.
Don't even want to get them crying like
Yeah. Dunkaroos, not cockaroos.
let's not
see?
even cry like this.
And I hear a lot of men like when women cry, so it turns them on even more. So it's a little bit like,
Who do you know? Who the
know?
fuck likes women crying?
No, I think I like when women cry too.
Because
Who
that's
do you
just so
know?
annoying.
Yo,
What? Whoever said, "Oh, this is turning me on."
a lot. That's
Do more.
I've
cuz,
never
check this.
experienced it.
Bitches cry. So like, nah, man, what the hell?
I don't even want news.
Ah,
Send me
man.
the tears.
As soon as you start crying, I see the lip vibrating. I'm like, no.
Man sees the lip quiver and he's like, "Oh fuck, bro."
Pineapples, no.
Just telling me there's a man over there. A liar, cry.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
you never
perfect.
find a girl that loves you that much. Then
What?
I
I don't
want
give a
that
fuck.
love
Even if
still.
you do love me,
You know
keep your
what?
tears to your damn self. Don't cry around me. What's wrong with you?
Tears
Cry.
of joy, bro.
God damn.
exactly.
I feel
We're doing
like
motions or something
tears
together?
for the passion.
You gotta be
I'm just trying to
built
see- I'm
for
just here,
tough
right?
to
I just-
deal with him. For tough,
Yeah, what's
okay?
your sign, by
No
the way?
I told you
tears, no
Capricorn.
emotion.
Oh, right, Capricorn. Yeah, tough too.
I'm just saying.
For tough.
Why you doing unnecessary crying? I asked you what you want for dinner. Why you crying?
Big gavel over
Because we're
there.
Yeah,
It's about
PMSing.
no.
That has nothing to do with me.
No,
Gather
it's
yourself and
about
come
tone.
back with an
Yo, bro,
answer.
just
It's
thinking
tone.
that.
Maybe it's your
I was
tone.
just
That has
thinking
nothing to do with nothing. I don't like tone policing either. I think tone
gavel.
policing is a big problem in modern dynamic.
Thank you.
I can be right, but because of the way I said some shit is not right, yo, fuck all of that. I don't even give a shit. Like, yo, go gather yourself with some tissues. Come
eyes
back.
are like this
I'm
right
like,
now.
yeah, I'm
slam
like
the
that.
door.
Go gather yourself with some. Yo, bro, I respect it.
I'll still say it with a little bit of grace, but if you don't get it after the first 2 times that I try grace, then You're just
And
gonna
so you
catch
have it.
attitude.
Okay.
I lie.
Okay, I got a new question. You guys ready?
Okay.
Raise your boards clear and get ready to answer some things.
All right. Hablo el jefe.
See, told you, the kid is doing things. Ooh. Got you. Which gender is more likely to ghost someone? Why you like, yo, this nigga snickering in the back?
Yo, don't mind me, bro.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Gotta compare how
There's your answer. Everyone's gonna
This
find
guy
out
keeps
today.
up beer
Yeah.
fuckery. That's why he keeps laughing, bro.
He's about to be the only nigga. I stay ghosting, bitch. Anyway.
Nah.
He just goes someone coming here today. He's like, oh.
Casper.
Yeah, it's not Castro, fam. It's Casper. Man. This guy, bro. Yeah.
And he's not the friendly
100%.
ghost.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness.
Try
3,
to answer a question.
2, 1. Review your boards. Women. See, I love it. Cuz, explain yourself, man.
Huh?
Yeah, bro.
He's the opposite of us.
What I do?
What do you have going on over
Imagine
there,
us. Why? What happened over there? Why? Explain yourself. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, why do I think?
Why do you think men
are
are
you
more
like
likely to
this?
ghost someone?
That's why are you like this, bro?
I just yo,
Who are you
bro.
ghosting?
Moi? No, not moi. Not me. But like, I just know some
Her
ghosters.
name is Moi.
Nah, I'm just not ghosting.
know some
I just
ghosts.
know some ghosters. I know some Caspers.
Okay.
And then, I mean, you know, sometimes once they get that hit, you ain't gonna hear them.
It's true.
Okay. You know what? That's a fair take. That's a fair take. Now we had a large consensus of women across the board. I want to hear from the ladies. Why are women more likely to ghost people? I have my theories, but I want to hear yours.
I just don't want to explain myself. I feel like you don't know what you did wrong. I'm not going to explain to you what you did wrong. I don't like you enough. Goodbye.
Is that the unanimous?
No.
Okay. What's your
Me,
decision?
I feel bad to tell them I don't like them, so I kind of like, you know.
Okay.
And then I just ghost because I disappeared. I went to another country.
Well, I mean, I agree more like from what Honey was saying, but like if we went out on a date or something and you're hitting me up, I'm gonna be straightforward with you because I grow up with too many male cousins and I have a little brother, so like I wouldn't want another girl doing that to them, so I'm always straightforward so they don't waste their time, efforts, or resources on me. And just like I'm not interested.
Validly noted. You have some things to say to the things you've heard?
No, I'm still confused by this guy.
Okay,
But
that's fine. That's fine.
about it.
Allow me
I'm
to.
just telling you about the people I've encountered.
The people you see in the mirror, right?
No.
Those guys.
Anyhow. So for the gal them that are ghosting because they don't want to explain themselves, do you not think that there is? I don't want to say consequence. Do you not think that there's an effect to the ghosting aspect of things? Like, do you not think that the other person is negatively affected?
Yes.
Okay,
They
this is the
start
thing, right?
stalking you
If
and
I
that's
start to,
messaging you.
if I'm, yes, exactly.
Your family.
If I have to explain to you things that you should have realized in the date, then I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to deal.
My question
guys
is.
like to be
my
led
question.
on.
No. My question is.
Yeah.
What is the issue with communication?
I don't owe this person.
Not about
communication.
it's just mutual respect.
I don't respect this person enough to communicate.
All right,
why
there you have
date
it.
first?
I gave it a chance.
So
You
I
no,
gave
but
it a
you
chance.
gave a chance to someone you, didn't respect.
I gave it a
No,
chance.
because she lost respect during the date.
And this
No,
is
I
the
don't think
thing.
that- I don't
I'm
think
not
that's
gonna
valid.
give him an opportunity to talk crap to me because I say I'm not interested. Because sometimes guys don't take it.
I think the
properly.
mentality of that. I think the mentality is part of the issue, though. I think no.
sure.
I think that assuming that someone's gonna have an issue or talk crap at you simply
Mm-hmm.
because you're not you haven't expressed to them that you're not interested, for whoever it may be.
Mm.
We're adults, and I don't know. I like getting ghosted would hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the most impactful thing she said is I just don't respect this guy enough.
But then
Once the
why did
respect
you
is
go on a
at-
date with him?
I'm assuming that she gave him a chance.
tried,
I
yeah.
went out and was like, I don't rate this guy. Text
You
me,
must have liked him a
not him.
little bit
And it's
enough
over
to give
with.
him a
But
chance.
how did you get there?
Yeah, you have there's something
Like,
that
what did you
angle
do?
there that you took a bite of that to start the
That
first.
means she's probably
effort.
on the fence before going out in the
Exactly.
first
But
place.
you didn't
And then it was
fulfill that.
confirmed when
If
she
you
got
didn't
to the
fulfill
date.
what you
Exactly.
needed.
I was
You're
already
like,
on the
oops, yeah.
fence, but then I tried to give it a
She
chance
didn't open
because
up
I'm
the
trying
fence.
to be. I'm trying to be open to things, and then I realized, oh, this guy is kind of rude. you know, certain things. And so I'm like, okay, like, I don't see why I have to explain myself to you. Sometimes if I really
You know
get
what
upset,
though?
I'll
Like, do you
explain
not feel that one would benefit from maybe an explanation? Like, for example, you say that there is an issue with said individual on said date.
Yeah.
Do you not think that it would be impactful or beneficial for said individual to like kind of even know what they did wrong in the situation? Like, instead of wondering what the fuck is going on, why this girl's not responding to me, and now I'm going to repeat the same cycle of behavior that led this to happen.
Yes.
But yo, she doesn't respect him.
Yes.
That's
And
what I
not
said.
necess-
The most impactful thing is respect, because all those
Yeah,
considerations.
yeah, but like this is an
stem
average.
from
No, no,
respect.
but this is aside from one
So-
situation. I'm talking on average.
Well, what I'm saying is like I'm
So if you're gonna averagely date men who you just don't respect, and now I'm not gonna communicate or express myself on the basis of my lack of respect, there needs to be a little bit of accountability in my
there
perspective.
needs to be respect.
Yeah, so
That's
start
what I'm trying
dating,
to
man.
say.
Yo, but
Once
date
the
people-
respect is absent, all the other considerations that you've mentioned are not going to be there.
All right.
What do you do for people that you don't respect? What do you do for them?
I let them know.
Really? That's nice of you. Because look,
Well,
this is the thing. The more if I go,
You know, I appreciate that, but
if I go out with somebody,
I'm a man.
right, and they're rude to the waiter, they don't open the door for me, they ask me some weird questions, and I cut you off. I feel like the shock of me cutting you off will make you learn. It should, in my perspective, should make you learn more than me saying, well, I didn't like that you did this and this. No, he's an adult. He should know that. If I shock him with just letting it go, then maybe he'll analyze and, you know, but I can't.
But
Either way, it's not my job.
That's gonna
man,
happen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That like logically from a man's perspective makes zero fucking
No,
sense.
I agree.
Zero.
It doesn't make sense.
Makes zero
because
fucking sense.
We
I think
can't
it
read
depends
each
on the
other's minds.
situation and
So-
that you're ghosting. So like in some instances with me, like if I communicate to you once, twice, 3 times, and I'm in control of my emotions, I'm communicating to you clearly, and you continue doing it, I'm with honey. I'm not gonna continue communicating.
Well, no, you've already
That's
but
not
you've already
ghosting,
communicated.
though.
She
But
said she
that's
hasn't
the-
communicated
that's-
yet.
I'm
talking
not-
about
okay.
the date's over.
Yeah,
This guy
that's
sucks.
different.
I'm not texting him again.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
teaching him nothing.
No, but like I
give
think
him
that
my
like
energy.
I think it's
Absolutely
I don't know.
not.
I think it's a little. You're taking a grand liberty assuming that one's gonna learn a lesson from your lack of communication.
That's true. I agree with
Like,
that.
oh my god, she didn't talk. Like, I'm gonna think something's fucking wrong with you.
Well,
I'm not lying.
for him,
No, you do have to
not my
communicate.
problem.
Honey's like, I
No, you
don't
do have to
respect you enough to
communicate.
care.
No, that's fine.
That's
That's
what I've
absolutely
been trying to
right.
say.
No, I
Like,
get it. I get what
like,
you're saying,
he's
but I'm
okay.
just
Think
saying.
what you want.
I'm just talking about the mind, like you know, the mentality. Because
from-
there are a lot of women that share the same sentiment, right? There are a lot of, on average, I'm going to
Figure it
assume
out.
like men experience
How
getting
quick?
ghosted a lot more than women on average.
What
Yeah.
you're describing is there's a lot of women that don't respect men by and large. That's really what it is.
Well,
Now,
don't
if
you think
wanna
that's a
add
greater
up-
issue at hand?
Well, that's what I was emphasizing. You kept talking about all these things. I'm like, buddy, she needs the respect to get there first. The fact of the matter is, by and large, you guys really don't rate the Mandem. You see the Mandem as like options, as expendable things. And so you can go out with them. And then if he doesn't meet your standards, you don't even have the decency to be like, hey, man, I'm not really that interested. Now, if he chooses to pursue you and be annoying afterwards, then fuck that guy. But I do think like in any other interaction with another human being, you would probably at least tell them, hey, I'm not going to make it, or this is not working out, or like you have a job. You would call and be like, I'm sick. I cannot come today. You'd provide an explanation. With this person that you don't respect, it's like, nigga, figure it out.
I would never make a date with somebody and dish them. Like, that's not my level of ghosting. Like, I would just stop answering you.
No, I know, no,
I
no.
didn't mean,
She didn't mean that. He didn't mean that.
I was just giving an example for the
Right.
communication part. So
Yeah.
maybe you wouldn't ditch them, but after you recognize you're not interested and they're still interested, it would require a level of respect to be like, hey, this is what's going on, and I'm not going to talk to you
Like,
anymore. But
have you-
instead, we're just there texting the wall. Like, nothing's happening. You know, we got to
Yeah.
figure that out for ourselves.
Yeah, that's messed up.
So have you ever been ghosted?
No.
Have any of y'all ever been ghosted?
No, I'm
I've
not.
been
Ghosted?
ghosted once.
Yeah.
Like,
How did that feel?
Twice.
How did that feel?
ooh, I have not been ghosted.
And
like
did y'all
that.
get an
Hold on, hold on,
explanation?
hold on. Let her go.
So I just felt confused. I was like, okay, what happened?
What
Because,
happened?
Yeah, it was just weird. Like I was just like, okay.
And
but
imagine,
then
and I assume you couldn't think of anything you did wrong because you didn't, like, you were being your best self, right?
Yeah, that's what
That's all
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying.
say.
yeah,
That's all
Day
I'm
one
saying.
of manhood. That's how it goes.
day one.
Anyhow, did you have anything you want to add before we move forward to our next question?
No, no ghosting.
Okay, yeah, no ghosting.
no.
Don't worry, I'm all for communication. If you're not interested,
No,
just let people know.
I'm good. We're
Yeah,
good.
just let people know, man. It doesn't hurt
No,
nobody.
actually, no. I wouldn't even tell anybody, low key, because sometimes they don't even deserve that much. Because it depends how disrespectful they were in the first date.
I
right?
mean, you guys got to pick better men to start dating then. If that's the case, we're just disrespecting and these niggas just suck.
Yeah, but you can't choose like how people are gonna react.
We
Like,
don't
you
know.
I mean,
how-
I get.
everyone
Hold
can seem like a
on.
decent person and
Where
think-
did you find this decent person?
That was okay. So the time I ghosted
Yeah, there we go.
somebody,
There
this
we
guy
go.
was a catfish. There's men catfish out there. By the way.
Meow.
Yeah. And yeah, long story short, he just didn't add up to nothing. Even his personality didn't add up to anything.
Well, don't get me wrong. So that's if you start with that, like
Personality.
if your interaction starts on the basis of
I should have
deception,
left. I should have stopped that.
No, that's fair. I think he deserves
No.
to be disrespected.
If it's on the basis
of
because
deception.
disrespectful.
Yes.
right?
Showing
Don't get me
up
wrong.
as
Being
not himself.
catfish,
Exactly.
that's deceit.
And he was rude, so that's. But he didn't seem that way. He didn't seem that way. Like he messaged me. It was okay. Yeah. So this is another thing. Online people meeting you online. He met me on
tried that
Instagram.
thing.
That was probably. It's like I'm so turned off from like anybody DMing me because it's not. I don't know.
So I just want to know where you meet people.
I don't meet people. I don't meet people.
You gotta get a
People
braid
meet
up,
me.
eh? That's about it.
People meet me.
Grow your hair, bro.
All right. Moving forward. Which gender is faster to become emotionally attached nowadays? Yeah, think about it. Give it some thought. Men have feelings too. Cool. 3, 2, 1, reveal. We have men, women. Odd one out. Go ahead. Why do you think men?
Because I've experienced it.
Elaborate.
Men, they want to act all hard and tough and like egotistical.
Come a little closer.
Oh, they want to act all tough and egotistical, but behind closed doors, they're like ranting and raving and crying for you and like cutting themselves and be like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. But they, it's that, trust me.
Then you got that good.
That's what I hear, but I don't know. That's what I hear.
Street.
Where are you going?
Yeah, it's
Where you
crazy
going
because
is
like,
crazy.
yeah, no, it's kind of psycho. So, yeah. Men, I feel like men are the most emotional. So when they act crazy, it's because their emotions he doesn't understand how to deal with his emotions. So they go psycho. So someone that doesn't know how to understand their emotions or deal with their emotions, that's pretty extreme. So women, they just get drunk and then, we move on. Men, they get crazy,
What women is she talking about?
Yeah, do we co-sign this? No? Why do we not we don't just get drunk and move on?
I don't need to get drunk to move on. I just, you know what I mean? You're not working, move on. But I personally think that it's women. And the only reason why I believe that it's women is because I have, from the experiences of my girlfriends and from that they've shared with me, oftentimes I'll be on the receiving end and I'm like, well, wasn't it obvious? And to some girls, it's not obvious. So what I mean by that is if a man is just sleeping with you and a man is, he might cuddle you after, he might text you here and there, but he's not asking you out on a date. He's not making you official. He's not bringing you around his family. He's not bringing you around his kids, nothing like that. Then it should be obvious that that man doesn't see you in that way. But I feel like women, they're like, oh, but we're cuddling and we're doing things like a couple. And it's like, they're already emotionally attached. It's like, how did you allow yourself to be that irresponsible to attach yourself to a man that's not claiming you? So I feel like in my perspective, I think it's women because they can't separate just the physical from the emotion. Like men can have sex with you and really not care about you and not think twice about you. It's just sex, they get their nut and then they're
Honey,
out.
how do we feel over here?
I feel like guys do relationship things and still want to be casual. Like they'll bring you to their moms, all that. I've had that.
So basically the opposite of what she said.
Yes, they do. They do
men.
things. Guys will behave like they're your man.
No, let her land.
And so that's when women become attached, because it's like, oh, but we did this and we did that. And then it's like, but it's not serious.
So have you experienced this?
Yes.
And
it
then
was so weird.
how did you navigate that situation?
I broke up with him
After how long?
after like 3 months.
Okay, so you didn't let it fizzle out too long.
No, yeah, I didn't. No.
90-day trial.
But
Yeah,
like
90-day trial.
what I'm trying to, but even if he's doing that, but he's not publicly claiming you.
I don't know. She said basically the opposite. She said he's bringing her around.
Sometimes-
No, he's bringing her around, but is he publicly telling everybody like
Like the Instagram poll. Are you Instagram official?
Then that's deception. That's different. That's a whole different level. But I feel like if he's not giving you that title and he's not claiming you in public, it should be obvious.
So
like
how much?
it should be you as a woman to be like kind of put two and two
But
together.
I don't like public
you know?
claimant. Like I don't want people to. I believe.
But
I like
I mean,
privacy.
his public, his space.
So why does
Like,
he
is
have to
he
do it? She
bringing
doesn't like
around?
it.
Well, because I feel like a man is supposed to lead you, right? So he's supposed to lead the introduction.
I feel like a woman leads because
guy's
a
a
woman is
dumb
supposed to be the matriarch of the family. The dad is too, but the woman takes care of the man so that he can be comfortable enough to bring a family in, to go to work. I feel like the woman is the boss in the household. I know men think they are, but no, women rule the world. So that's why I think men are the most emotional, because men will crash out for a woman before a woman crashes out. Women crash out all day. That's what we do. We're emotional. When these men do it,
It's a real.
I think,
so
I
that's
think
what I'm
men are
saying.
just
So basically-
like a
Go
little
ahead.
more dangerous when they crash out. I don't
Exactly.
think they
We're
have a higher.
crashing.
I don't think they're more likely
We're
to crash.
crashing.
No,
Yeah,
but
before
for
they
a
get
man-
mad, you should probably get out of the way. But
You see,
it's
you
less
see
likely
again.
to
get out
happen.
of the way.
Diddy.
Yeah.
You seen Diddy when Cassie left the room. He went to go attack. He knew there was going to be cameras. He didn't give a.
I'd
F.
prefer
You know
not
what?
to be compared to Diddy just for being a man.
No.
Personally, like if we could differentiate that, like he does not represent the entirety of us. That man is crazy. Okay,
There's a lot of
But-
public people defending him, right? So the majority is right now thinking that he's not that bad of a man. So what do we say?
I'm not gonna lie. I think everyone thinks he's pretty terrible. They're just not sure if he did everything he's accused of.
know
I think
what?
that's what they're kind of like separating.
We just got an update during the podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, we're right here at fucking side quick segment. Prosecutors reveal the images of sex workers that took part in Diddy and Cassie's freak-offs. Would the Mandem like to? Well, would the collective like to go through the collective?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Boom. We have these gentlemen.
The guy at the bottom left is gay for pay.
The guy in the bottom right, he no black.
He plays baseball.
Top right got the most money. Look at those veneers.
Hey. Moving forward. This is weird.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not.
I ain't got no type.
I was gonna say that. I was like, yo, the guy
Who
does
was
not
this
care.
nigga? Why'd he get his own?
He's the main. He's been out here.
And it would be 50 Cent.
This guy's a veteran, bro. He's seen so
Was that
much.
the drugs?
Shadow 50.
Was that the drugs?
Shadow 50.
Yeah, something. This is 50 Cent's page, eh? So
Oh.
like,
Shadow 50 still.
that's.
Yeah, that's
That's top news right now. Every
I'm
day.
just letting you know, we're getting live updates as it happens. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Weird things are happening. Yeah, let's not use Diddy as a common reference as manhood. It's not a good look. Men don't do those kind of things.
Dude, he don't.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
crazy.
Not the average man, at least.
But he's not an average man, because not an average man can
Yeah,
get
he's
shot
not an
9 times to
average
survive and build an epitome.
We're talking about Diddy
We're
didn't take no
talking
9
about
shots.
Diddy, I'm talking about 50 Cent. Oh,
I was
sorry.
never. Nobody
Yeah,
slandered
we
50.
got
I watched
mixed
that.
up.
What are you talking about? No
We
one
got mixed
slandered
up
50.
here.
Oh, no, I thought we were talking. I was like,
I
whoa.
read the room wrong. It's all good. Moving forward. Are traditional gender roles still relevant, or are they outdated in modern dating?
Are they what, sorry?
Are traditional gender roles still relevant, or are they outdated in modern dating?
They're outdated.
Well, write it on the board, and I'm gonna fucking we'll figure it
Just
out.
take clipboard.
My fault. We've only been doing this for a few questions.
I didn't know how many there were.
That's our last one before we move on to another segment.
It's
3, 2, 1. Review your answers. We have hashtag outdated. I like the way you called it outdated. You don't even look like you spelled it right, but
Don't
you
worry
did.
about that.
And you said yes, but it wasn't a yes question.
outdated?
It was like, yo, fam, there's
No,
two.
I spelled it right. Don't do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I told you. It looked wrong, but it was right. You just said yes. Yes to what?
You said the first question was, is it still relevant? So my answer is yes.
And then I said, or is it outdated?
So my answer is yes, it's still relevant.
Okay, well, yeah, relevant would be the answer. Okay, why do you feel like it's still relevant
I just
compared to?
answered the second part of the question.
It's the same shit. It's like, is it outdated or is it relevant? I think it's still relevant to an extent. There's gonna be certain aspects where it just doesn't work out. Like, buddy, you're not working at the factory and taking care of a family of 5. Like, you better try harder. It's not really working like that. But otherwise, yeah, I think a woman still wants a man to be a man, and a man wants a woman to be a woman, bro. At the end of the day, like, most of the characteristics you look for in a man are ones that are gonna provide leadership. You want a nigga that's taller than you, stronger than you, makes better decisions than you, make more money than you, all type of shit. That's traditional values. Like, that's a man being masculine. A man wants a woman that's gonna be nurturing and kind and supportive and be on his program. Most men not looking for a boss babe, and most women not looking for a sassy man. So I think these standards are still very applicable.
Now, from Cousin's perspective, because you're the other man here, and you said outdated. Why did you say outdated?
I just feel like some women, not all, but like some women just, I don't think they want to take on that role. I think they look at it like you're trying to control them sometimes. That's how I feel like they act about the situation, just because you may want to like do things a certain way. I just feel like they don't really deal with authority the same. they don't really like it the same because, you know, it's just sometimes friends just influence stuff and the way they just look at life is like, you know what, like I can do it myself. Like I don't need a man. I don't need you. I can do it. So that's how I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So Adam, hearing the two different perspectives from our male, what do you guys feel as a collective? And we can go individually. Let's go over here. You look like Edwards.
I think it's outdated because of the way society is now, but I feel like a lot of people do have the traditional, and I feel like a lot of people want traditional, but as much as we want it, we're not getting it. So that's why I say it's outdated.
Okay. Honey?
I think it's outdated, depending on like, you know, it's a woman stays home, cleans, cooks, all of that. It's not like that anymore. Sometimes you have to work. So like for me, I love to work. So I feel like it's outdated because a lot of times guys want you to also work. So that's why.
So I have two answers. So I feel like some traditions are still relevant, or they should still be relevant. But I do feel like it's outdated in the modern dating world because we have a new generation that just doesn't see the same values that, let's just say, us who were born like in the 80s or whatever, stuff like that back in the day. We never had that example, or we did have that example, whereas now maybe they're not getting that example through the messaging. Like we had let's just say we had like the Cosby Show, right? Like it had like a family oriented type of dynamic or programming.
They got family shows
now,
for people them now.
yeah, but not as
Modern
much.
family.
But not as much as when we were growing up, I find that when we were growing
I'm not
up,
allowed
it
to,
was
yeah, and then
more-
using Bill Cosby's example just right now because that man's
I didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna let you
I
laugh,
was
but
gonna leave it
yo.
alone.
But I'm saying in terms of, let's not focus on the name, right? Let's just focus on the show, the dynamic that they were trying to promote. It was always family oriented. Whereas now we have the modern family, where it's like mom and dad are separated and kids are being, you know, mom is handling her own. Like that's sort of like the messaging that I've been seeing in a lot of the programming that I'm seeing. So I feel like it's still relevant, but I feel due to the generation that's growing up and the messaging that's out there, I feel like that's what makes it outdated. But it should still be relevant in relationships.
Valid. Interesting. Nice takes. One more question before we wrap up the whiteboard segment. I thought it was gonna be done, but I got one more. It's not even as deep as I thought it would be, but we're gonna do it. Prepare your boards. Where was I? Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh, this is gonna maybe cause some issue. But which gender should be more in love with their partner in order to make the relationship as healthy as it can be? Three, two, one. Review your boards today. Oh, now we have a split, as we can see. Now I'm gonna start with the galdom because we started with the mandem first. Everyone has unanimously said men. Why do you feel that your man needs to love you more than you love them in order for the relationship to thrive?
Because then you'll stay faithful. You have to be crazy over me to be faithful and actually do the things that I would love. That's why.
Yeah.
So hold on. Just provide a little more explanation. You said, okay, what kind of things do you love? And you don't think a man can love you and still have like a side thing or something?
Yes, I do think that. But that's exactly why I want somebody who likes me more than I like them. Because it would be 1,000% for me, not just 100.
1,000%.
1,000%.
You know, there's some extra, you gotta do some carryover and divide some of those zeros, right?
Well, he's got to do what he's got to do.
Bare percent. Do we feel in alignment with this, or do we have differing opinions? You're allowed to say something, because I'm going to ask the mandem some things, and they may say some things that are ruffle your feathers.
I do feel like men do have to be more in love with the woman in order for the relationship to work, because I feel if a man is truly in love with a woman, he's going to want to do everything for that woman, in the sense that he's going to want to honor her, protect her peace, and then sort of be a provider on all areas. Because I feel like now we have like this conversation of what's a provider man, and we just think it's money and dick, but it's more than that. You have to make a woman feel secure physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and financially. So I feel like if a man's more in love with a woman, he won't have a problem being all those 5 pillars for that one woman.
Got you. Mandem, how do we feel about this situation and functional, healthy relationship? What's going to take our relationship
Nah, I think the women they have to like love the man more, just based on the fact that first of all, you guys are the more emotional creatures. So I think it's just more natural that you're going to be a more loving figure in the situation than a man. So I think that would just suit to your characteristics better. That's one. Two, I think the whole, like, I need this guy to love me more, that's a safety mechanism. You just want to make sure the nigga's not going to leave. That doesn't really speak to your actual passions. That doesn't mean like, oh, I really rate this guy. It's like, no, I know he's not going nowhere. So that's not really what you genuinely want. And I don't want nobody who...
That's toxic.
I don't want nobody to be with me because they feel like this guy can't go nowhere. No, you're going to be with me because you rate me. That's why you're going to be with me, because I'm a guy. When you see me like, this guy's the guy, I need to have his kids, I need him now. That's how you need to feel about me. And if it's not like that, buddy, I'm not even involved.
This is what happens when you put women first. This guy right here.
This nigga right here. Yeah. I'm not trying to end up like him.
That is so rude.
Who is that?
I'm just saying.
For those in the audience who don't know, this is Jahim, popular R&B artist.
Oh, Jahim?
Yeah, most
Can't
known
even
for
recognize him no more. You see? He put women first.
Now you don't even know who he is.
Right. Look at him. This used to be him. Right.
He was hot fishing
Is that
for
what
years,
he-
bro.
Is that what he-
How do we know he didn't have
Is
that
that what
over
he-
there?
Look at him. Look, the hairline was good. Don't do that to him.
He pushed his whole shit back, bro. That's what
Don't
happened.
even talk about Neil with this guy right now. Neil was on the roll. This guy went downhill.
Neil has an army. We're not talking about him, all right? Yes. Also, after hearing this man's perspective, has there been any change in, I don't know, has there been a shift at all? Because I heard some agreements over here. This man was saying some things. They're like, yo, that nigga's spitting.
Yeah. I do agree with what he was saying.
So are we changing our answers?
I don't feel like I can change. I feel like it's 50-50 for me.
At this point, yeah, 50
Yeah,
So you know what? Because you said you agree. What do you agree with from what he said?
I think that what he was saying was like, if a woman loves you, she's gonna like pour into you. Basically, she's gonna.
She knows you're a good investment.
Exactly. It's not like she's just like, I guess he'll do. Like, it's not one of those.
Right.
You know?
Whereas I
It's
feel like if a man loves you up, but you don't really like him, and he likes you more, like that's I guess he'll do, right?
Yeah. So like, I feel that's where I'm split. Like 50.
He may still not be man enough with all that love he gave you.
He's not because yo,
both,
there's a nigga out there that will activate the primal thing she feels.
Okay, by life hack, if you guys both love each other, you're both gonna serve each other and
100%.
pour into each other.
100%.
There's no
100%.
need.
But let's not
I'm
act
gonna
like
love you more.
You know
gonna
what?
love
I'm
me
so
more.
Gotta love me
sorry.
more some days.
Yeah.
Some
Oh yeah,
days.
some days I'm gonna
Every
hate
day.
you.
Fuck that.
I'm just saying.
We can balance
I'm
this
gonna
out.
hate you.
Thursday and Friday is your day.
Pick a day.
You get Tuesdays out the week, eh? Rest of the days better be loving me.
Yeah.
All right. Honey, I don't know. You agree with him too. I want to hear your perspective. What do you agree with?
Yeah, like I feel like I could have both though. Like I could
You
have
can't
a
have
man
both.
who I think is
That doesn't even
the
make
man, the guy, and he could be crazy over me. And why can't like,
Because
why?
The man
Why?
can
Why
still
can't-
rate you. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. You
Yeah.
know, but at the end of the day, I don't think no relationship is 50-50. Friendships, even business relationships, there's always a party that's getting a little bit more.
Yeah.
It always works that way. And I feel like it needs to be the man. Especially if you're like prioritizing leadership qualities. How the fuck are you above me if I'm the leader? That don't even make no damn sense.
Okay, so you know what? I will say this is like, okay, I'm just gonna go take it biblically. Like it says a woman can tear down her house. So maybe you're right, and the guy should be loved more by the woman because we are so powerful that we can destroy the home. You feel me? So if we don't love you enough, and you may love us more, like we may destroy
You're
the
gonna go
home
cheat. You're
harder.
gonna find a nigga
and
you rate
it's
more.
gonna be different. The way you take cheating is different than how I take cheating. I may be able to.
Man, I don't cheat
handle
for
it
sport.
different.
You're over there cheating for like.
Right.
No, you're over there really doing it. You're in the field.
Yeah.
You're over there prospecting and shit. Niggas are just
And we took the youths.
not the youths. Junior? You know what's fucked up too? If you're okay, put it like this, you got youths. Your woman leaves you for another man because she's over there unfulfilled with your loving ass, right? And now your youths leave with her because most times women get the primary caregiver thing. Now your youth doesn't even rate you. I lie. Look at that, just loving over there. Not even what's going on right now. Mom over there found a superior nigga.
Gaston's in the crib.
Gaston's in the crib. Kick
Gaston's
on.
in the crib.
That father.
Gaston is a real Gaston.
And he could be the cool dad too.
Whole time she said they were just friends.
This guy's looking like the bounty guy. Just bringing lumber to the crib.
Lumber's crazy.
And that concludes the Whiteboard segment. Thank you guys for participating.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to move on to our quickfire segment. I asked the group, the collective, you guys can put your boards to the side. It's all good.
You want to, before you go into our
go
next
ahead.
segment, I just had
Yeah, go ahead.
a suggestion from James. I mean, we're asking a lot of questions, getting your opinions. Do you guys have any questions for
The Mandem?
for the Mandem? From the female perspective, anything
How much
you guys
time we
want
got?
Oh, enough. Enough for your question.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm just okay.
How do you guys treat a woman that loves you? Can you guys tell when a woman loves you more?
Yes.
You love them, yeah. And how do you guys deal with that? Do you guys respect that?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I do.
Why would
Yeah.
I-
You-
like,
you
you
rate-
loving me is not going to make me stop respecting you. See, it's...
We're not letting you out of.
Yeah, we
How
don't
do you
view it how
guys
And
you
the
gauge-
Mandem show love differently. Like we show love differently. Like
You know what I think your question comes from is the fact that like the natural position is for the man to be the leader. So if you're the one that's in charge of him, you're in an unnatural setting. So you already just don't really respect this guy. So you're thinking that if you love me more, now I don't respect you. But no, I'm in my natural setting. I'm supposed to be the one that's in that position. So I can respect you loving me more because that's a natural thing to happen.
You're supposed to.
You get what I'm saying?
Think about like.
So
But a woman will succumb to a man that she feels is a man that's leading. A woman will let her guard down when there's a
naturally.
man at home.
Yeah.
exactly.
But that's why
So
where are
I
the men
can,
at,
I can
though?
respect her for
Where
that.
the man at though?
But you're not gonna respect me if I behave that way.
Exactly.
And that's when it leads to conflict.
Like if you act like a good man.
If I'm the more submissive figure in the
Of course,
relationship.
we'll walk all over you.
Exactly.
Well, that's
We're
exactly
not
what's being
designed to do
presented.
that.
No, I
there
get
you
that. I
have
get
it.
that.
So-
So no, there's ways to be like you don't want to be sassy or like a pussy man, but there's a way to be caring and still a leader.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's okay. Okay.
I don't
So
think
it's
being-
okay to be emotional as a man and a leader and a provider as well.
Yeah, well, we're human beings, so I'm still gonna have emotions. It's about being in control of my emotions.
Right.
though. Am I the one who's just like, oh, I had a bad day at work. I need to go hold some tears in the corner? Like, it's a little bit weird. Like,
Oh, dad's crying again.
Yeah, I can't. I have to be the more stable one, especially being the fact that like a woman might be a little bit more
But you don't
unstable.
think, as you coming home and even shedding some tears a little bit, as the leader and the protector that you are, that it's okay because a woman is going to be like, OMG, I can nurture you now because I'm seeing you as a form. Like,
I'm gonna go
in
in the
women,
whip. I'm gonna
in
go in the
most-
whip.
Remember,
I'm gonna go in the whip and shed some
at the end of the day,
tears.
most men are not to be in a rude way or I don't mean in a bad way, but they're mama boy, So like they're used to women affection. They're used to women caring and nurturing. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of men really low key want that. So they act all raw, but.
Yeah.
But how many times are the man supposed to cry in front of you?
Yeah,
You
that's
tell me
not
how
can't be
many-
regular. That
Okay,
cannot-
No, not regular,
Honey
not
will stop
regular.
respecting you the second time you start
not
crying.
if you're crying every day because I didn't come home. Like, oh, you're gonna cry in the
course.
wash. That's a little weird. But like, it's okay to be like comfortable with your feelings to do. I want
Yeah.
to cry is okay. I'm not saying every day crying.
not
tears
lying
can
to you.
cry.
I think
That's
what
either.
you're saying is like a man should be comfortable to at some point be vulnerable in front of his woman, which is just being genuine.
Yes.
Like I'm going through some shit
Exactly.
and I trust you enough that I can say
Exactly.
it.
But you see-
exactly.
You also would expect me not to be having that moment all the time.
Not all
it
the
has
time.
to be like
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
Whereas-
like once every season.
I got
I give you
something in
for
my
the
eye,
year.
man. Got something
Yeah,
in my
I
eye.
think
I'll
that's
give you
normal.
for the year.
I think that's normal for being a
Exactly.
human
Yeah.
being.
And I
you
feel like
know?
that's when the bond creates bigger because now he's seeing like I can let my hair in a
trying,
way,
trying,
let my hair down with you because you're protecting my vulnerability, which is the only place that I cannot really show my peers how to be because I don't want them because you know how men are. They don't
I
want
feel
to
you.
cry.
Men can't be a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
Yes, like that. Do we have any other questions from the
Yeah.
female perspective? You guys have been here talking to some guys. You see, you know what I mean? Is there anything you wonder in terms of life and dating perspective or anything in the nature of the things we've been talking about?
I do. Wait, I have a good
Go.
one. Damn, it's such a good one too.
Yeah, let's go. Honey, go for. I feel like Honey's gonna be faster.
How do you guys gauge what woman you're not gonna actually date seriously?
Oh, that's
That's real easy.
That-
You know off like when you see them and
You
like.
see them.
Yeah.
You might have to give more
Elaborate. Can you
details of that,
elaborate?
fam.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you said how do I guess? You kind of
Nigga
just.
just said I just do.
Like how?
Yeah, it's
You
kinda,
ever seen a
I just
Nike
know.
commercial? I
If
just
you
do
know,
it.
You ever see
know.
some shoes you want? You're like, yo, how do you know you want those? Because I do.
You want to give her some
That's how the
criteria?
gal them are like shoes.
You want to give her some criteria to work
If the
with?
shoe fits,
Pair of Jordans.
That's crazy still.
I'm fucking around.
I'll just try her on and see if it works.
Can you elaborate though? Like
Yeah, I got you. No, just like, okay. This will be probably different for a lot of men, right? Because men have different levels of standards, right? I am a nigga that holds a lot of standards. Like I'm a high standard ass nigga, and off the rip, just in the basis of how you carry yourself. So like it's very easy to see through a woman's attire. Now women can say, "Oh my God, I can dress how I want," but yo, you dress how you want all the time, and you're parading all of yourself on Instagram all the time. But yo, you're for them. You're not for me. You're recreational usage. You get what I'm saying? So there's that. So how you value yourself. I also look at it as like your own social dynamic. So a good question I like to ask people, especially like on like dates or whatever, what's your longest friendship? How do you maintain social dynamics within, not even just the opposite gender, within your own friendship, within your own life? Because think about it. I met a lot of women that don't have very long-standing friendships, right? And if you can't be a friend, right, how are you going to be my woman? How are you going to be my best friend? You don't even do friends right in your own world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's that. Then there's just like, yo, you have sense or you're kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Because I'm a man that walks around with a lot of sense. And if I can sense stupid, we're not going to make it too far.
We gotta go.
Right? And those are 3. Do you need more?
No.
All right. Mandem, do you have any qualms?
Shit, I think that was pretty solid. Yeah, how you carry yourself attire, like for sure. That's how you represent yourself. And if we're together, we represent each other. So I'm not gonna be represented by somebody that I feel like, buddy, you're half naked all the time and you're just commanding too much attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into all that. And then same thing, like, yeah, if you're always in some kind of like problem with somebody, like you don't have solid friendships, you're always like some kind of drama around you. If you're one of these girls that post your all your bad days on Instagram, I'm not really into that type of shit. So yeah, just some stability, relative intelligence, and you're modest. You know, those kind of things I look for.
Yeah. Like awareness, like self-awareness. And then it's hard because that's a subjective thing to gauge with people to see where they're at in their own human development. But like someone who's not as like fucking adequately like who is as far as you into their journey inside, you'll feel that like almost vibrationally without sounding too, quirky and shit. Any other
I had a question.
Go ahead.
So I really want to know, can baby mamas and baby daddies who are not together, can they be trusted alone?
No.
No, you can fuck them forever. The hell?
Trust them? No.
I don't know.
Like-
I've seen some different dynamics where like they just don't like their
Yeah,
baby
that
father.
happens, but like on a
She said it
general
in a general
basis,
sense. In a
not like
general
the
sense.
one-offs, fam. On general,
in
like
general,
you have
like
a
the-
lifetime
like the
subscription over
majority,
there.
I don't know, bro, but that depends. That
Nah, it's
depends
a real
on how
thing.
they- and
It's a real thing.
I hear you, but it just again it depends because like I know some baby like they despise each other.
You're gonna tell me you incubated my nut for 9 months, we reproduced, created life, and what are you talking about right
There's
now?
not that much hate there.
There's some hate, bro. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, we're not normalizing this
Well,
one.
I'm talking like to answer your question in a general sense. For the most part, no, I'm not really in favor of that shit. Like, yeah, bro, you guys had a kid. Like that shit's more deep than marriage because you can end the marriage. You can't get rid of this nigga you just had.
Lifetime
The fuck?
subscription.
So you guys are
Lifetime
there. You know what I'm
subscription.
saying? Like, yes, exceptions exist. There's people that could like co-parent and they're not messing with each other and all that. But in a general sense, I'd prefer not to like encounter that. So I think that's how most people would feel.
That suffice? You pretty right. I think you said that pretty well.
Thanks.
Adequately. Do the man have any quick questions in regards to like on the subject matter right now?
No, I'm straight.
Cause you're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Moving on to Quickfyre. I'm going to ask a series of questions and would you rather style. I need you guys to answer as quickly and honestly as possible. The order will go, I guess, to my right. Yeah, to my right. So
Jessica, Team Real Estate 247.
all of that, Jessica. I know. You know what's crazy? Even in the intro, you said Team Real Estate 21st, or what you said, and then I'm like, fuck, she didn't even say her name. I meant to note that, but Jessica, pleasure. Anyways, moving forward. Would you rather? I mean, it happens. Would you rather date for status and wealth or for love?
For love.
Oh, okay, love.
Status and wealth.
Love.
Status and wealth.
Yeah.
Love.
All right. My status-focused people. Yo, unpack yourself. Explain. I want to hear this, honey. Explain to the people them how you
I'm
feel.
just gonna learn to love you.
Yo, yes. All right.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that's completely contradictory to the earlier notion of your man loving you more. Anyhow, go ahead, cuz. Why do you date for status as a big man?
Fuck. Just gotta. She represents me, so.
And what status is she giving you as a man? Like you slanging up? You hitting on Oprah and shit?
Depends.
You getting Madonna'd?
No, but I'm just.
Like Madonna's good status, right?
She is good status.
Share?
She high.
This guy's thinking about it.
She
Like,
high
light
in
bulbs
the-
are
I'm just
going
trying to
off
understand
every
where
day.
his
She
mindset
high
is.
in the status, but like, yeah, I would. If I'm dating, fuck.
Would you date Cassie for status?
Right now, yeah. Let's go.
I like the honesty. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Shit, I'd rather date for love. Like, I'm not looking at a woman as a resource.
Valid. People are people too. Would you rather participate in dominatrix or role play fuzzy action? You guys know what fuzzies are? When people act like
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Furries. So I said fuzzies.
Fuzzy.
I was like, ooh.
You know what furries are? When people act in like live action role plays like fucking stuff.
Yes.
Dominatrix or you furrying out?
I'm going to. Ooh. Which am I though in the dominatrix part?
You're wearing leather.
Oh, dominatrix.
Dominatrix.
I'll say dominatrix.
Madam participating in dominatrix or furry behavior?
We're in the Matrix, fam.
What's going on with the dominatrix thing, fam? Give me some details for I agree to this, bro.
It's abusive.
You want to get stepped on and stuff?
You're just doing the ones you're lighting wax and shit on people, bruv.
What?
You freaky. I don't know. You got leather on,
Fam,
nigga.
I'll just put on a fucking...
The furry thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that.
He's a hamster today.
Yeah, because I don't know, bro. I don't do no
I don't
other
like
shit.
them leathers.
No.
Fuck all that.
I don't like them, but I don't respect the furry.
Oh, this is all right. Very Toronto. Would you rather go to Harbor 60 or STK for a first date?
Oh, I've been to both.
Would you prefer?
Harbor 60, can I can smoke in the private room?
Harbor 60, private room as well.
Yeah, come on now.
Harbor.
Mandem.
Never been to Harbor 60.
So STK.
First date, I'm already mad. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't even know this person, bro. My funds? That's crazy.
Oh, at least we know you'll pay for the date. What a good man.
I'll pay for the
Chivalry
date.
is not dead.
Because I never went, we're not even going.
See, that might be the first time someone gets ghosted. You want to go where? Buddy,
Teach them a lesson.
I'm ghosting somebody that day.
Yo.
But if I have to choose, shit. I was going to say STK, but I didn't know they had a smoking room at Harbor City. I didn't get that treatment when I went over there. I was in the regular room.
You paid.
See, you
I've
gotta
never been
see,
either,
maybe
but
didn't.
I've heard.
stop with the
Yeah,
love and
that's
start going
crazy.
with
Still, I'm
status.
not going to lie. Yeah, I paid my own way.
Status will get you there, eh?
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? I'm just...
He's there.
Nah, I'm a humbly
Trying to
go
get
to.
there.
I'm gonna go to Harbor 60 and try out the smoking section. That's hard.
All right, cool. Cuz, what are you doing?
Status, remember?
Oh, yeah,
So he's with
Harbor 60.
He's at Harbor 60.
You said status.
But I am vexed, though. like, I am vexed. My pocket's vexed. So,
Don't worry, man. Cassie's bringing you. You're fine.
30 mil, we up.
And baby bonus with 3 kids.
She's Tree Pitney?
Yeah,
And she's
pregnant-
behaving like that?
She's
Pregnant
pregnant
right
right
now.
now at court.
Pregnant right now.
Oh, my
She's
days.
pregnant right now at court.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, you have a
That's why
lot on
Diddy
your
sent the
hands,
heart
bro.
out.
Oh, my days. That's crazy.
Imagine when the kid is Diddy's.
You know what? Speaking of this.
That's amazing.
Okay, I got you. Would you rather bet your life savings on Megan Thee Stallion passing a polygraph or Diddy's hands being ashy?
I'll bet on Diddy's hands being ashy.
I mean, he had a lot of lotion. He had a lot of lubes. I don't know how ashy those hands.
Polygraph. I'll put my money on
You
it.
do?
That she's not gonna pass the polygraph.
That's it. So let me repeat the question. I
Okay.
think there's a little confusion. Would you rather bet all your life savings on Megan Thee Stallion passing a polygraph, so successfully not lying, or Diddy's hands not being ashy?
Oh yeah, the ashy.
Yeah, they ashy.
Diddy.
Diddy's
Go,
hands.
Diddy.
Yeah, he's in jail. He doesn't have access to the same things.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just.
That man's
Man, you gotta start telling the
actually
truth.
busty,
It's crazy. Oh, this one's interesting. Would you rather Would you rather only be able to climax during sex with people you are not attracted to, or be with a partner you find insanely attractive, but the sex is horrid?
No, definitely climax with the person I'm not attracted to. Sorry.
Status.
Really?
Status. That's status. You go. What's your answer?
I have a dildo, so I'm good.
That's not an answer.
That's my answer.
I mean, like, if you were to pick one of the options, and would you rather be with somebody you're not attracted to, but you climax every single time, or someone you're insanely attracted to, like, oh my God, Gaston, but he throws it down terribly. It's horrid.
I'll choose the fugly.
Because I can teach him later.
Gaston?
Yeah.
It doesn't get better. Anyways, yourself?
I'll choose the fugly.
You're doing the fugly?
Really?
I'm telling you,
choose
buddy's
Really?
important
So
to the
you're going to
gala.
love him then.
Matters.
Anyways,
So that you're doing... Really? Wow.
didn't you hear?
y'all.
She can learn to love,
Yeah.
and it's unanimous.
So I got a 10. That's trash.
Or someone you are genuinely not attracted to,
Oh,
but the
wow.
sex
And I
is
got 5.
best.
That's booming.
Booming sex.
Booming.
Yeah, you're doing these nuts.
Are you crazy?
crazy.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Cause yo, I'll be vexed after the 10. I'm gonna be looking for the 5.
Yeah.
I like his honesty though.
We gonna look for the
I would
5, bro.
too.
Told you, he's cheating for sport. Go ahead.
How bad is the bad thing? Like,
You're not attracted to her. It doesn't even matter
no,
how
no,
bad
no,
she is.
sorry. The good-looking woman, like, how bad? Like,
Oh, how bad is she?
Like, I don't nut. Is that what you're saying? Like,
Yo,
doesn't
the sex
happen
is just horrid, Regin.
She's starfishing all type of nonsense.
Buddy goes limp
I can
mid.
handle starfish.
Buddy
fam.
goes limp mid work.
You're a real nigga still.
Buddy, I'm in shame, fam. I'll handle it, bro. I'll deal with it. But
I
like,
ain't here with that.
You gotta
my
finish.
thing
So you're the
dies in the middle of the session.
I'm telling you,
I'm
it's
just
slack.
like,
Yeah, it's
like,
slack,
that's me?
Regin.
You have to
Sex
CPR
is
your
horrid.
tape.
No,
Fam, the
give
sex
me
is horrid.
give me the ugly thing.
You got the ugly thing?
Yeah, for
Tell
sure.
you.
100%.
Sex is important, clearly.
Yeah, I would turn the lights off.
Yo.
Put a bag over her head and do
Bro,
it for
you
your
gotta
country.
think on the fly, fam.
Imagination.
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah.
Stevie
No pun
Wonder
intended.
just-
Ooh. All right, this one's not as sexual. You're fine. Yo, would you rather eat an onion like an apple or eat a raw potato?
A raw potato.
Onion like an apple.
I don't know. I guess a raw potato.
My teeth gonna hurt with raw potato.
Yeah, raw potato.
Why the onion?
Because I can bake the onion.
No, you can't. I
No,
said eat it
it's
like an
raw.
apple.
You gotta
Oh, you
eat
said
it.
raw, right?
I said
I
eat the
also
onion
said
like an
onion.
apple.
You're organic.
Because the apple, yeah, because the apple, sorry, the apple, the potato, the texture is nah. I could do the onion.
You're doing onion?
Yeah.
I've asked this before. Would you rather give them ketchup or barbecue sauce the rest of your life?
Ketchup.
Ooh, ketchup.
You're giving up ketchup?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
give up barbecue.
I said, what are you giving up?
Sorry, barbecue.
Barbecue sauce.
Everyone's quick.
Barbecue.
No, the man feel.
I don't. I forgot.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue sauce.
All right. Ketchup is the crowd favorite. Would you rather drink a glass of honey or maple syrup?
Honey.
Honey.
Some honey.
I
was waiting for him to calm down. Set me up, bro.
Like, I can't do that.
Crazy.
Maybe you can.
Honey, I'll probably pick maple syrup, the real maple syrup though, the one like the glass bottle.
Yeah.
Over a glass of honey, you know how thick that is?
Yeah.
That's too much. I'm gonna go for
In
syrup.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
That's where they have it. With the maple leaf in the glass.
Oh, no, I didn't go all the way there. They have it at like.
Yeah, I'm not lying. They sell it everywhere still.
He's like, they have it down the street.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah,
I didn't go that far.
Everybody said-
it was like
What?
I was in Scarborough, bro.
Niagara Scarborough's crazy. Scarborough Falls?
Oh, I
the
never
bluffs,
seen
you
it.
know?
Oh, my fault. The bluff.
Similar, bro.
seen it.
Similar.
Okay. Would you rather sensually massage your partner down in Vaseline or maple syrup?
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
What?
That wasn't even a question.
That's
We
crazy.
do
That was
Vaseline?
super sticky.
Yeah, why are you just making a mess? That's what you asked me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. All right. It's fair. It's fair. What else we got going on? We have. Oh, okay. I got you. Would you rather be able to only be okay? Would you rather only be able to acquire new clothes from thrifting or from shoplifting?
I'm not shoplifting.
I'm thrifting.
I'll
I'll
thrift.
thrift, yeah.
Madam?
I'm a thrifter.
Shoplift. So every time I gotta thief something,
That's the only way you can get new gear.
Bro, can I subcontract this to somebody?
No, nigga, you gotta steal your gear.
Oh, I was like, okay, all right, whatever. I'll just go thrifting. Then that's too much.
You
High
don't even
risk.
want to thrift. I see it in your
I
chest.
know,
You
fam.
don't want to
What the
thrift. You've
fuck?
never thrifted nothing.
But it's high risk. Every
Mine
time I
don't
want
wanna
to get
steal.
dressed,
Yeah, I feel you. I
I
feel
was just
you.
gonna send a head inside or something. Just find somebody outside the store. Be like, oh fam, I got you.
What kind of head, bro? Crazy. Oh, okay, I got you. Would you rather only be able to communicate through song and dance or through emojis and drawing?
Song and
Song and
dance.
dance. Yeah.
Song and dance.
Emojis and drawing.
Emojis and John.
Yeah, the man might dance and trying to make a point, man. That's crazy.
Like, nah,
I got bare angry faces and middle fingers for you. Though.
See, the way your penmanship's crazy though. Your drawing's gonna come out.
It's all right.
You already
I
writing
speak in
emojis.
hieroglyphics, bro.
He barely
No,
says
cuz.
yes.
Something missing.
It's like yes, with boundaries.
Yeah. There you go.
And I think, that's it for the quickfire. That's it for quickfire. Does anybody have any final questions they would like to ask the collective before we wrap up?
How much time we have?
Ask James.
What kind of question are we doing?
We got 4 minutes left, man.
4 minutes.
You got a 4-minute left question?
Okay, I got a question for
Cuz
like,
got a
the
question.
galdem.
Go ahead.
As like a guy ever like suggested like a threesome to like spice things up?
I like that question.
No.
Would you do it though?
I wouldn't. No.
No.
I'm way too jealous.
Me too.
It'd become a homicide.
Word.
Okay.
That's
Word. All right. Well, that was we have three more
I'm
minutes.
just saying this because I've heard like other girls have come on here and they've said like,
Well,
like
why?
threesome.
Wait, she said she's jealous. What's the reason? Is everyone just jealous? No one wants to share their man?
Yeah, I'm not sharing my man.
What if your man of status says, you know what, Bibbs? Today's status Thursdays. We gotta bring someone in.
Thursday.
He's Diddy.
I'm gonna say
We're
I'm gonna
status,
go
so
on
no,
vacation.
Oh.
I'm gonna mind my
So you're just gonna leave your
business.
man when he wants to do status
Yes,
Thursdays?
I'm going to leave him, and then he can do his thing, and I'll come back nice and okay, went to the ocean, whatever.
All right.
But are you also doing your thing on that vacation?
Probably not.
Probably
but-
not.
But yeah.
Okay, I got another one. Do you think if you sleep with someone on the first meet, does that disqualify them from being a good partner?
No.
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 Sometimes you have to taste the product before you buy it,
On the first night?
Depends who it is, right?
Oh, okay.
Gaston.
That's like that.
All right. Well, there you go.
The answer. What do you guys do? You disqualify dating a woman seriously if you sex on the first night?
Nah, not solely because of that. It's gotta be other shit. Like if I just think you're loose.
So then, okay, here what.
It's over with.
Sex on the first night. What thoughts do you have after the fact about your situation, your environment? Do you think you're that guy, or are you more likely to think she's loose?
Well, I gotta question that. I gotta sit there and just think. I gotta lie. Like, is this part of her program? Am I just on a list, or am I that nigga? Like, is that why she did that? Like, I gotta think, and I'm gonna judge that based on how the interaction goes. I
So
guess.
you've heard 3 ladies basically say they're not opposed to sex on the first date.
A lot of women are.
Not a first date. I said the first interaction. I could have been talking to the guy for a couple of months and we're just linking up. That's different.
That
I'm
could
not
still
gonna
go
lie
under
to
the
you.
first date.
A
Just first link up. The first time you guys are
link up,
physically
yeah.
together.
Like, how much
So
time
it
was
would
We're
still
already
apply.
emotionally building a
Verbal
bond.
sex.
Yeah, like, wait, I'm not
It's
gonna
like love is
talk.
blind. People are getting married over a wall.
Yo, we know it's not though.
Do we?
Yes, because I will leave you no matter how fucking good we connect.
Then why would you be on the show anyways?
Like, I wasn't. Status. Thank you. Good save, cuz.
Let's get it.
Status, nigga. I was raising my influencer fucking profile
I
stats.
personally don't believe in sleeping with anybody on the first date. I thought it was more based off of what Jess
So hold
said,
on.
like,
Explain to
first
what you guys
interaction.
thought it was.
First interaction.
Interaction.
Like,
So what does that
we've
mean?
been talking.
How long
let's
do we gotta
just-
talk to be first interacting?
Like, well, it depends. The man's leading that, right? So if we've
That's
been
what I'm
talking,
saying. Like, yeah, I thought
yeah,
it was
but if
first
we've
date.
if we've been talking off
What
of,
have we been talking for a week?
no, like to me, no. Like I feel like.
So
it has
how
to
long
be
do you
need
need to talk to somebody before you can like
I feel like
justify
everyone is
sex with your first
different.
encounter?
Exactly.
Everyone is different. Everyone is different. Sometimes one day, 1 week, 1 month.
Okay.
It really
So
depends.
have y'all ever like met with somebody you've been talking to whatever a week or a month, and
I have,
as soon
yes.
as you linked and
I have,
y'all
yes.
did it?
Yeah. And I married them too, so yes.
I like what she does. She stands on business.
Yeah.
She finished the job. she got
She's seen
married.
that shit
No.
through.
Honey, you're saying no. I'm hearing 2 no's. Why are we
No, I've
disagreeing?
never met somebody and just had sex with them, like, and then no.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Wasn't that passionate? Didn't spark that flame. I'm just fucking around.
No, but that's true.
Shit. I guess I wasn't fucking around. Any more sentiment? Any more words?
Nah, I'm good. So I wanna go.
I got one question. Has anybody here ever been a side piece?
Ooh, good question.
If I
Yes.
was, I didn't know it.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. I found out later in
So
life.
how did it feel, and how did you discover it?
I found a receipt. I
Ooh.
found a receipt that my ex-best friend signed for my ex-boyfriend's tattoo. I was like,
Your ex-best friend?
ex-best friend, yeah, with my ex.
So she was involved in the deviant behavior he was doing.
Yeah, and I trusted
So
them.
who'd you get more mad at?
My ex-best friend, because I became cool with him after.
Yeah,
Oh, was it him?
No, my ex-best friend's a girl.
Oh.
But she piped my ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
He
Right,
piped her.
that-
He piped her.
No, they piped each other. She seduced him. They told me.
I was just all right.
The
No,
use of the word pipe is throwing me off right now.
Yeah, that's what.
Because only one of us has one.
That's why I said that.
So I feel like the other one is the one getting piped because they don't have one.
Oh no, piped. I'm saying like the actual. I use the word.
Yeah, no,
I know what you meant.
I got it.
Yeah, so I did it. So that's why I have a problem with females. Like I don't really have many female best friends because most of them have piped all my ex-boyfriends and stuff. So
Crazy.
You need better friends.
the
or better.
gal-
that's why I have none.
Gal-
I just do it
vicious.
now.
All right.
Vicious. All right. How you feel about
Yeah,
this?
so I've, like, when I realized that, I just stopped talking to him.
How did you realize it?
Because I looked on social media and I really, really, really dug in and then I really made some phone calls and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then I stopped talking to him.
So you went social media
I went
diving.
investigating.
So you went investigating, but you didn't feel like a side piece in that situation.
I never felt like a side. No, I was so surprised.
Maybe you were the main eyes.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe she was a side piece.
I have
Gave you
been
1,000%. Man.
I have been in a situation like that, but the second that I found out,
How did you find out?
His sister told me.
Damn.
Betrayed by families.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's cold-blooded.
She dealt with
Because
him raw.
I was already friends with his sister
Beforehand?
So then when we were in the same venue and he showed up with the same girl that I had already questioned him on, and he's like, we're not together. And then when I brought it up to his sister, he goes, they're living together. What are you talking about? And then
That's
that
a
was
crazy
it.
scenario.
That's a crazy scenario.
That was it. I was just like, all right, I'm out. I don't play second best to nobody.
I mean, he showed up with her. That's already wild.
You lived with her because they had to leave.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
But he was trying to play it off. So she was sitting in one corner, he was trying to sit on the other, and his sister was like, nah. They're together.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
Literally.
All right.
What are, I'll go around the table. So what are 3 non-sexual turn-ons?
Non-sexual?
Non-sexual.
Humor, like having like that rapport of, that rapport. I think being able to be in the same room without having to be so close to each other and still be able to tolerate each other and not be bored or annoyed with them. So that's for me.
I think 2 is good.
If you only got 2, it's cool.
2, like
I
1 or
have
2
three
is
right now,
fine.
but
This
you
nigga
don't
said
gotta
3.
give
3's
me
a lot on the
two.
I was
spot.
like, shit, right?
No, you can do
So
2.
those are my
2
top
is cool.
2.
Just like a protective energy and having class.
Some money.
Somebody who's God-fearing, and number 2, somebody who knows how to be transparent. Not honest, transparent.
Why not honest?
Yeah, explain that.
Because honesty and transparency are two different things. Honesty is me telling you, babe, you know what? Me and a couple of our coworkers, we're going to go out. What I'd fail to tell you, being transparent, would be like me and some of my male coworkers are going out. So me being transparent is me giving you the full detail, whereas me being honest is just giving you half details so that you don't get upset.
So more honest. Honesty plus.
2.0.
It's honesty without the loopholes.
Exactly.
Okay.
I know slippery honesty.
Slippery honesty.
No
Crazy. I
slippery
don't want
fish
that.
shit here.
I don't want that.
You know what? We're going to go around and tell. What can we expect from you guys, I guess, for the rest of the year? Is there anything you would like to tell the audience or share with the people before we sign off?
Yeah, if you guys are able to cross the border, I have a show with Betty the Butcher in Brooklyn, June 21st. Pop out. We have East Coast Hip Hop Fest coming out in October in Jersey. I also make cakes. If you want to buy, sell real estate, no credit, bad credit, holla at me.
Gotcha. You heard it here first.
Just expect from me good vibes. It's just good vibes.
It's good vibes, man.
For me, just look out for, again, I'm a streetwear designer and owner, so we're going to be coming out with new collections, new collaborations with like influencers and more artists. We've collaborated with Tonio Skits, we've collaborated with Tony Yayo, Davies, so we're definitely looking to expand that.
Big up the Mandem. Big up the Brandem. Mandem, any final sentiments? Any takeaways from the discussion? Anything you would like to leave our guests or ladies with?
I'd
Anything?
like to thank you guys for coming out. It's
Thank you
always
guys
nice
for
to
having us.
thanks for having us,
Yeah,
guys.
we had a great time.
Yeah, I think the conversation was good. It's always nice to have a female perspective on the panel, and I think the audience is really gonna enjoy that. Also, on that note, I have to give a big shout out to the big dog, Sean Diamond, because he's the one who hooked this up. He brought all the lovely ladies here this evening.
Shout out, Sean.
So big up Sean Diamond.
Not
And
Combs.
yeah, I guess that's about it. I think hold on, wait, what was the last thing that you just said?
You know what she said.
Guys, like, it's okay, you like shout out Sean, but I'm like, not Combs.
Not that Sean. Sean Diamond. Okay? Big shout
I
out.
had to make
all
sure,
right?
they knew it was you.
Diamonds, not hearts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
That is funny.
shit, I guess
Good time.
that's about it.
That's
Fine.
your word? Any final sentiments, cuz?
I just want to thank y'all for pulling up. Just blessed. Honestly, we've been trying to get like women out here with good conversation, and I'm thank y'all for pulling up and speaking your mind and keeping it G, drinking tequila. You know what I'm saying? Vibing with us, and you're welcome anytime. Come back.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure having you on
Thank you
Common
so
Set.
much, guys.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure having you guys all on board. We look forward to having you back on in the future. With that being said, It's your boy X, RIPMX, and everything social.
Castro Nero 88 on Instagram.
Money Mitch 54X Mitch on Instagram.
You guys want to drop your handles real quick?
Team Real Estate 247, you guys already know.
Honey_Sanchez.
Official VYB3. You already know.
And we're on Common Sense. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell at the top for notifications every time we drop, and subscribe to us on Apple Music, Spotify, Podcasts, or wherever you like to take your content. Peace.
The Diddy part.
Oh, yeah, we're doing hearts? Big up the hearts, them.
Yeah,
All right.
That was good, guys.
Great.